made some bad picks today. You made some bad picks today. We all did. The good news is you've got 2 hours to laugh about your poor decisions before you have to ruin your Sunday. Nick DiMartino is cracking the mic and pouring the drinks for the only sports show where we admit we don't know anything and then bet on it anyway. Welcome into the Saturday night edition of the ETB Lounge, where the takes are bad, but the jokes are even worse. Only live on the Empty the Bench Network. Now, here's your bartender of banter for the evening, Nick DiMartino.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of ETB Lounge. Callan already can't stand me. He's already off the screen. I'm Nick DiMartino. That's Nick Morgensen, Christy Wilson, Liam, Callan, Dino. I'm not saying everybody's name. It's too much.
It's okay. It's like the Epstein Files. You don't want to include everybody's name.
Well, who would have ever... Look, I didn't write a monologue. I didn't really have time. But I will just have to say, like, who would have ever thought that Sam Darnold would make the Super Bowl, and Steve Tisch would make it into the Epstein Files before Belichick makes the Hall of Fame?
That's fair.
Ooh, yeah.
At this point, it wouldn't surprise me if Belichick makes the Epstein Files before he makes the Hall of Fame. All right, let me plug everything. You can follow us at ETB Lounge on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can follow the Empty the Bench Network across social media at ETB Network. You can follow Callan at Callan Max Sports, Dino at Dino Talby _ETB, and Nick at N Morgensen Radio. You can follow me on Twitter at Nick DMart. All right. Yeah, so we got a lot to get to today. Mainly has to do with the Epstein Files and some NFL owners who are in a little bit of trouble.
A little bit. Are we sure about that?
Well, actually, right now I would say they're in a little bit of trouble because the problem is that, I mean, actually, technically, they're not even in any trouble. They're just in...
It's allegedly. It's that journalism stage where we learn in broadcasting school where, oh, it's allegedly. Oh, I don't want to get sued by the NFL.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the problem with the Epstein Files getting released is that everybody being released, like, you look at headlines that say somebody's named in the Epstein Files, and there's never any context to it.
Well, what's interesting about these files is they're naming everybody, even if they weren't associated with one of the allegations, like Steve Tisch.
But like Steve Tisch is not.
There you go.
Here's the thing. Here's my question about Epstein, and this is a genuine question.
Okay.
Did this guy only communicate through email?
Seems like it.
I guess so.
Has he ever heard of a phone?
Right, like I don't know. I hardly ever communicate through email. Like the weird thing with like the Steve Tisch thing is that, okay, yeah, it's a little weird that Epstein's his wingman, but you know what's even weirder is that he's communicating with his wingman through email.
Well,
Like-
he
like it's
claimed
professional.
what was it yesterday that, oh, I had a relationship with him, but it really wasn't for that. And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure.
Well, look, everybody, every rich, I'll say this. Every rich, famous person, not even just famous, every rich person, really rich person, probably had some relationship with Epstein.
Especially if they're a billionaire.
Yeah, exactly. So, look, everybody who's had some type of relationship with Epstein, most of the people probably had no idea what he was doing behind closed doors. You don't really know somebody if you have a business relationship with them. Like that's the thing, though. Like somebody being named in the Epstein Files, I feel like the people who would really get in trouble for their relationship with Epstein, their names are just redacted. Those are the people who are probably the worst offenders, not the people whose names are in public.
Well, they also had to redact people who were underage and all that stuff too, because they can't show those names.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, for me, like, the Steve Tisch thing, now, like I said before, it's a little weird that Epstein is your wingman and you're communicating with your wingman through email. That's super, super fucking weird. But there's no evidence so far that he did anything wrong legally.
That's like communicating through a beeper back in the day.
Well, yeah.
Bob's beepers.
Yeah.
Well, the emails could also be in addition to other messages. We just
Like
don't know.
text that he
Like,
might
he's
have
getting
had. I don't
released.
know.
Maybe if Epstein had just communicated through Snapchat, none of this would have happened.
By the way, you were asking about Belichick. There was a funny story that came out on Belichick that he won't be having a Hall of Fame enshrinement party in Canton this year. This is from Pro Football Talk. His girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, reportedly plans to have a huge bash for him that same day.
Oh my God.
Here's the question I have about Belichick not getting into the Hall of Fame. Is it because of the cheating or is it because of his girlfriend?
Oh, no. The 11 voters, because I think you need 40 out of the 50 to get into the Hall of Fame. They said it had to do with Deflategate or Spygate. That's why they didn't put him in.
Actually, yeah.
Which is ridiculous. I mean, everybody cheats. Like, stop.
Well, okay, I agree with that. But for everybody who's so outraged at this, you also have to say the same thing about somebody like Barry Bonds and A-Rod and all these great baseball players not getting into the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
What about David Ortiz getting in because he's a good guy?
Yeah, he was a steroid guy too. Carlos Beltran got in. He was involved he was a cheater too. So the way I see it is that I don't think Deflategate and Spygate should have anything to do with Belichick being a Hall of Famer. Those should have been things that you dealt with at the time. Don't come out a decade later and be like, oh, because of this, we're not going to put you in the Hall of Fame. That's just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's loopholes to everything. And I think Callan said it best when we were doing press row or a few days before. Like, all the Hall of Fames gatekeep. That's what they do best. I mean,
they're all guilty of it. Believe me.
So
Guilty.
how do you stop gatekeeping? I think you got to have a better process for Hall of Fame voting for all sports.
Right. I mean, maybe I think that's true about baseball for sure. Like, a lot of the people who vote in the Baseball Hall of Fame haven't watched baseball in years.
Right.
Well, they're all old hags.
And they won't vote.
Who still do this whenever you bring up those names, as Nick was already mentioning.
Yes.
First of all, and like I said, David Ortiz got in because he's a good guy and he's on TV. A-Rod's never going to get in just because he's an asshole.
He's also a good guy on TV.
But he's an asshole, though.
Yes.
First of all, what does being an asshole have to do with getting into the Hall of Fame? If David Ortiz can get into the Hall of Fame, so should A-Rod. It's ridiculous.
I agree, but I'm saying Ortiz shouldn't be in. Is the point I'm making? Like,
Well, is your argument that neither should be in, or that
neither
they
should be in. Neither should be in.
So you're
But,
saying no steroid guy should get in?
Exactly. Yeah.
Then how can you justify that with saying Belichick shouldn't get in when they're both cheaters? You just said everybody cheats, so why shouldn't they get in?
I don't know. It's a good topic of discussion.
I mean, look, there were when Barry Bonds was using steroids, not for nothing, but the MLB wasn't even testing for it at the time.
Well,
Like,
they had the Mitchell report.
What?
They had the Mitchell report list in 2003. You're right. Technically, by the rule of
By
the
MLB
law,
rules, they weren't cheating.
well, the list was not supposed to be revealed. When the Mitchell report came out in, I think, 07 or 08, 5 years later, someone leaked the list. And Ortiz and A-Rod and
The first big leak before leaks became a real thing.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Like, I'm not saying Barry Bonds didn't cheat. I'm just saying it was at a time when it was sort of like a legal gray area in terms of what the rules were. It's not even like what Belichick did with Deflategate and Spygate were probably more clear-cut cheating than the steroid users in baseball. And look, if you're saying Belichick should get in first ballot, even though he cheated, then the same thing should be true for the baseball players who took steroids. Like, I don't really see why it's any different. And here's my thing. If you're on the fence of being on the Hall of Fame, it's like your numbers are sort of on the fence. All right, maybe steroids should be a reason why you're kept out. But Barry Bonds, you could argue, was like the greatest baseball player ever statistically. He's not the only guy who's using steroids. He's a Hall of Famer without the steroids.
Well,
If Barry Bonds played in Philadelphia and there was no intentional walks, he would have 900 home runs.
Yeah.
He probably would.
That's a fallacy of predetermined outcome.
No, he played in a gigantic baseball stadium, correct?
No, I agree. I'm not debating that.
And they intentionally walked him all the time.
But you're saying he would have had another 150 home runs, is what you're saying?
You know how many times he was intentionally walked?
I don't know.
I mean, wait a minute.
lot.
I can make the same argument that Griffey running into walls, he would have had 800 home runs if he didn't get injured.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
that is a
Griffey's a Hall of
fact.
Famer, though.
What?
No, Griffey's a Hall of Famer, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Right, because he's not a
Griffey's one of
cheater.
the all-time greats. Yeah, for sure. But Griffey's one of the all-time greats. So is Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds wasn't the only guy who took steroids. He also happens to be the best guy to ever even take steroids.
Right.
Like,
He
Jeez.
did have
Paul Duca
to.
took steroids too. How did that work out?
Wait, who did you say?
I mean, he
Paul
did have to
Duca.
hit off of pitchers. who
Paul
were also
Duca's an
taking
idiot.
steroids.
And also, if Beltran can get in, which I think he should get in, do you think players would rather be juiced up or know what next pitch is coming? What's a bigger advantage?
Oh, no, they would rather know what the next
what
pitch
pitch
is
coming next. I
Like,
mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
you know, Morganson and I talked about this last Wednesday that I think a lot of the Hall of Fames now are becoming more of the Hall of Good more than Hall of Fame
Yeah.
because,
Yeah.
especially for baseball, I think the benchmark, literally pun intended, is getting lower and lower and lower when it takes Jeff Kent this long to get into the Hall of Fame. And the
Right.
only two guys that got voted in by the writers was Andrew Jones and Carlos Beltran, which also went to my other point, though, and I made this very clear, though, last week in hour 2 of Press Row. Belichick not getting in, even for the guy who hasn't watched NFL football in 9 years, come fight me if you want to, fellas and ladies and gentlemen.
I'm staying out of
is-
that one.
It's still, but it's a slap in the face for the sport when the winningest coach of all time with, you know, his 8 rings, including the 2 that he won with the Giants as a coordinator,
Yes.
he not getting in on the first go around because of old hags like Bill Polian having, you know, memory loss if they voted for him or not getting in is a disgrace to the
I
NFL.
think they
and to
did
the
prove he
sport.
voted for him, too.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's a disgrace to the sport and into Canton, Ohio.
Well, here's the thing, though. Belichick, like, here's the difference between the steroid users in baseball and Belichick. The steroid users in baseball are not getting in at all. Maybe after they die, they'll get in. Belichick,
Yeah.
he's
Much
getting
like
in the
Pete
next
Rose and
ballot.
Joe Jackson.
Well,
Right,
the Pete-
exactly.
but wait a
Right.
minute. The Pete Rose argument is ridiculous because now gambling is legal and used across all sports. Pete Rose
Yep.
should be in the Hall of Fame
Well,
now.
I
because-
agree on that
Pete Rose
one.
I agree Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame, not for that reason. I would have said that before before gambling was legalized.
Only player in history to have 4,000 career hits.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
if he's not Hall of Fame worthy, nobody is. He's
Right.
that great of a player. I think the Hall of Fame, look, I think the Baseball Hall of Fame is a joke. The fact that they don't let in Barry Bonds, A-Rod, Pete Rose, so many of the all-time greats because of character flaws that they had, that makes
Yeah.
the Hall of Fame an absolute joke.
What about Babe Ruth? Babe Ruth was the most flawed person in baseball when he played.
Well, and Babe Ruth also played when only one race could play baseball. So if they want to make the argument that Barry Bonds, he played with steroids. I mean, you can make that argument to everyone. And what Callan said is right, but you could use that same argument that they're not going to let in the winningest head coach, but they're not going to let in the guy who has the most home runs and frankly made them a lot of money because I don't like baseball at all, but I would tune in to watch Barry Bonds if he was playing in his prime.
Yeah.
So like,
Well,
I mean, I did.
yeah.
That's not a debate. Everyone watched Barry
And-
Bonds when the home run
Right.
chase happened.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And to Liam's point, though, I think it'll take the new wave of sports. I won't even say writers anymore. People like us who grew up in that era that would have to be the ones to let these guys in 30, 40, 50 years down the road because, you know,
Well-
as long as all the gatekeepers in Cooperstown are still there, they're never going to sniff the Hall of Fame until they're gone.
Well, there's a limit. So and I think, what is it, like 15 years, including
They
the
fall.
senior
You
committee?
fall off the writers' ballot after 10. Then you go
Yeah.
to like different committees that have like
unless you
the
get under
certain-
10%.
yes, and then you're off the ballot after year 1, or if you don't reach the 10% threshold to stay on the ballot.
It's fair. I mean, I don't know. This whole thing that we're gatekeeping, though, in all these Hall of Fames is kind of ridiculous. Like,
It is.
unless like you legitimately cheated, like I think that's all that really matters. But Belichick won
Well-
6 rings and had 9 Super Bowl appearances. You're telling me that's not first ballot worthy? I don't know what
look,
is.
he-
It is
he
first
won
ballot
He's
worthy.
with the Giants.
Right.
Oh yeah. The Callan added the 2 that Belichick won when he was a coordinator with the Giants way back when.
No, don't get me wrong. It's not Belichick legitimately cheated. He did. But the time to deal with that was when it actually happened.
Yeah.
Not like 2 decades later or 1 decade later in the case of Deflategate and just leaving him off the ballot just to be petty. That's just stupid. Like that's the issue that I have. Like, the time to deal with it was then. Why is it the Hall of Fame voters that are acting as like as disciplinarians,
as gatekeepers.
right?
Yeah.
Like that. That's the issue that I have.
It's
It's
never
not-
going to change until
No.
the older voters turn over. And yes, I mean that in the nicest way possible. And the younger voters of today, which are going to be more digitally susceptible, unlike some of the older voters who don't even know how to use a computer,
Right.
or a computer instead of an actual computer. But
Right.
But, like, there's no guarantee that the new writers are going to be any different. They might do the
Yeah.
same thing.
no,
Probably.
but they're more apt to search and more to do the research to
Look, it
make a
depends on
vote.
who they get. I mean, look, maybe the younger voters might be more prone to want to cancel an older coach. Like that might happen too. So, look,
Like what we
you know,
thought about Robbie Alomar being ousted from the Hall of Fame because he had some sort of like abuse case, like in winter ball when he was coaching after he was already in the Hall of Fame as a Blue Jay.
But
Jeez.
that's the NFL in a nutshell. Like the whole.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know how you get around that whole.
I mean, I got
Situation.
one more name for you guys.
Yeah.
What about Kurt Schilling? How he literally dug his own grave because
Yeah,
of his
but-
political views years after he
Yeah, but
stopped
political
playing.
views. But
no,
political
no,
views.
no, hold on. Liam and I have a real history with this. This is
Okay.
there's a lot of PTSD with this.
Oh, I
particular
Oh,
conversation.
remember
no.
this too. I
Oh,
remember
no.
listening to this.
I
Oh,
need to hear
no.
this then, but there you go.
I wanna
Nick.
hear
So
it.
I just heated up for you, buddy. Hit it off the driving range. Let's
Wait,
go.
did he go?
Well,
Wait
yeah,
a minute.
yeah,
Time out.
yeah.
Time out.
So-
Did he go off on you for this topic or no?
No, he went off on me, but like he went off at him through
So-
me.
So we were doing a show on a different channel.
Yes.
We're talking about basically the same argument we had now, and I said that whether you agree or disagree with Kurt Schilling's politics, he's being kept out because of his politics, which is a fact. Whether you disagree
Yes.
or agree,
100
and the person that ran that channel was so adhered to the word politics even being mentioned that he freaked out and had a meltdown over it.
I mean, it's ridiculous. He is.
Well-
Liam's 100% right. He's being held out due to his politics, and it has
Right.
nothing to because he's a Hall of Famer, and it's not even close. It's not even a discussion. Kurt Schilling should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's how well
Absolutely.
his career went.
Well, yeah, obviously that's the problem is that you let his politics get in the way of whether or not he's a Hall of
Years
Famer.
after he had already retired, for heaven's sake.
Yeah.
He's also-
Exactly.
That was more of the
he's-
hang up I had with it.
He's also a bad businessman, but that's a different issue.
Yeah, but
Right.
still.
But
No,
like,
he's a moron, but it doesn't mean that he wasn't a good player.
No,
Yeah,
I agree.
right.
I
a
agree.
lot
That's
of
true.
a lot of athletes are morons, by the way. It doesn't mean they're not Hall of Famers.
Agreed.
Right.
I'm giving
he-
Schilling the ball in Game 7. He's my guy for Game 7.
Yeah.
Him and
Do
Randy
you
Johnson
remember there was
co-MVP.
Yep. Having that bloody sock and all that.
When he was like in the haze of on Twitter when he was going crazy, there's
Yes.
a music video that Beyonce has where she's a police officer, and part of my take made a fake account or whatever and shared a picture of Beyonce dressed up as a police officer, and they were like, "Hey, Kurt Schilling, tell Beyonce this is what a real hero looks like," and he retweeted it. And he retweeted
Oh, man.
It was probably, if I had to take a guess, it was probably that Pardon My Memes account. Probably.
yeah.
Oh,
That's a
there
great
you
account,
go.
by the way. No, Kurt Schilling should be in the Hall of Fame. This is ridiculous. I mean, keeping him out for politics, and people got mad at him because of the whole, what was it, the North Carolina bathrooms thing they got mad at him for.
I think
Yes, that
sounds
was about
right, yeah.
10 years ago.
But I'm
Right.
just saying that's what people were up in arms that he spoke about. Like,
Which has nothing to do with him being in the Hall of Fame anyway.
agreed.
Right.
Regardless, like the whole thing is just stupid. Like the gatekeeping. Look, I think they're going to do the same thing. You know who I think is next in the Football Hall of Fame that they're going to do this to is
Oh.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're going to do that with Aaron Rodgers. They're going to say, "Oh, you know, he's an anti-vaxxer or something
Yes.
like that, or he's a
And
bad
anti-vaxxer. He's
see
too much
that.
of a weirdo. That sort of
for
thing.
some bullshit reason." That is
Exactly.
not like he's still a Hall of Famer.
Or they're
First
gonna
ballot Hall of Famer.
Wait a minute. Or they're going to say he hid in the darkness too long, so we're not going to put him in either.
RELA.
Well, if Belichick is held out because of that, then you would have, by that logic, they would have to hold Brady out too.
I agree.
Yeah.
If they're using that logic.
Yeah, if it's the, yeah.
Oh
if
no,
it's-
unanimous, 100%. He's in first
But
ballot.
they're not gonna
100%
go.
vote.
they're not going to leave Brady out though. They're
They're
not.
not.
Gonna,
It
I don't think
doesn't
they will.
matter. It doesn't matter what idiots like Ryan Leaf says. Brady's getting in the
Yeah.
Hall
Oh,
of Fame.
God.
100%.
Ryan Leaf.
I hate that guy.
Ryan Leaf
What-
needs to
what did
stop
Ryan
yelling
Leaf
at
say?
people in the locker room. I
What do you
have
say?
the tweet. I'll get it for you. 1 second.
Yeah, we talked about it on Press Row, and I'm like, thanks for the other PTSD about that guy being my quarterback for like 3 years in San Diego.
He said something so ridiculous. I got to find it, though.
Yeah. Just side note, he was an ex-high school classmate of my husband. So
Yeah. Wow. Here it is.
sorry.
I'll be transparent. This is Ryan Leaf. Someone who says they're going to be transparent when he yelled at everybody in the locker room.
Guy had a temper problem.
I am one of the Hall of Fame voters who didn't vote for Coach Belichick. It's come a time that if you are able to penetrate the walls of voting ilk, yours or anyone's resentments can be fueled with revenge. Tom ain't getting in either. Lose to Foles. No way, no how.
That's not going to factor into that at all.
What does Nick Foles have to do with Tom Brady?
Because
despite the
Foles
fact-
beat him for the Super Bowl 1 year, like that really
Yeah.
means anything.
It's
to
1 year.
It's just 1 year. It's just like Brady
does that
lost to
matter?
Eli Manning 2 times, and Manning's not in the Hall of Fame.
He's
Oh,
going
he's
to get
going
in.
to be in the Hall of
Oh,
Fame.
yeah,
He'll
he
get
will.
in at
I
one
don't
point.
doubt it. I don't doubt that for 1 minute.
Yeah, but Belichick not getting in first ballot is absurd.
That's
That
criminal.
is absurd.
But like the thing is, I care. I just don't care as much about this as I do about what they do in the Baseball Hall of Fame, which is leaving guys out indefinitely. Belichick's going to get him in the next ballot anyway. It's not as big of a deal in my view.
Fair.
Like it's just stupid and petty, but he's getting in anyway. It's not as big of a deal as in baseball when the guys are being left out basically until they die.
Well,
Right.
what's pettier, the Hall of Fame, Baseball Hall of Fame, or that the WBC is not going to insure certain baseball players to go to the World Baseball Classic?
They're not who.
So they put a bunch of names like Francisco Lindor is not going to be insured to go to the World Baseball Classic, so he can't play.
The MLB is
geez.
doing that.
I'm not sure. They just put out a list. They said that these guys are not insurable, so they're not being allowed to play in the World Baseball Classic.
Well, probably
my
because they
God.
make a certain amount of money, so the insurance would cost more.
Probably.
I agree. Like Jose Altuve was told he can't go either.
You know what though? I think if you're getting paid enough money, buy a professional team. Why should you be allowed to go play in the World Baseball Classic when all you can do is risk getting hurt?
See, this is the argument I've been making for years. I got trashed.
I mean,
a
like
couple years
Edwin
ago.
Diaz, the Mets. I don't remember how much money the Mets are paying Edwin Diaz, but he was one of the higher paid players on the Mets. They should have told him you're not going to the World Baseball Classic.
I literally said that the Mets are the dumbest franchise of all time when they allowed him to go play at the World Baseball Classic.
Well, every team allowed their players to go. I'm just saying it's not unreasonable for teams to say, yeah, you can't play in the World Baseball Classic. Maybe it should be like terms in their contract that they can't play in the World Baseball Classic.
I agree. Well, it's the whole thing that when Aaron Boone went to play pickup basketball, and that's how we ended up with A-Rod in New York because they didn't have it in the contract clause, and he was done.
Right.
Never played again.
Remember Fernando Tatis Jr. He had a clause in his
Motorcycle.
contract. He couldn't ride a
Motorcycles.
motorcycle.
Well, he was just an idiot, though. Sorry, Cal.
Mhm.
What's his name? And the Knicks. Actually, remember Steve Novak on the Knicks? There
Yes.
was a clause
The
in his-
dogs, right?
He couldn't own a dog.
It was in his contract,
That
actually.
he could not
He
have a
couldn't-
dog
You couldn't have a dog?
He would get fined. He would get
because
fined.
he was allergic to dogs.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm allergic
Well,
to
why would
cats,
he get
right?
one anyway if he's allergic?
I don't know. But I guess they put it in as a provision, like to protect
Right,
the player, I
yeah.
guess. I don't
Right.
know.
Well, not to protect the player, to protect the team, because he'd be missing games from
Exactly.
Yeah,
being
just-
sick.
Sick due to a dog. Due to
If
dog
he had a
allergies.
dog, that's the reason why.
Right.
So if you can do that, then baseball teams can do that with the World Baseball Classic. I don't see why not.
See, now I want to look up like ridiculous contract clauses in sports contracts now.
No
gosh.
skydiving, no jumping out of no
Well,
skydiving,
I think the
no
NBA has a no
motorcycles,
motorcycle policy. I think.
no snowmobiles. Yeah.
I mean, no motorcycles is not a bad idea in general. I mean,
Ben
people-
Roethlisberger?
yeah, was that a thing with Roethlisberger?
Yeah, he had a motorcycle, but he was driving it on an expired learner's permit. So he got in trouble
Learner's
for that.
permit.
I remember
Yes.
that too.
Look, that was
Yes.
that may have been the worst. Look, that may have been the worst thing Roethlisberger.
Well, I don't know
exactly.
why they put a
Yeah,
clause in Roethlisberger's contract because he doesn't listen to the word no anyway. So what is the?
Yes, that is true.
So I found a few. So I don't know, Nick. Do you remember Eddie Lacy?
Of course, the fat guy.
Yes. So
Yeah.
he was a really good running back until he couldn't keep his weight down. He had weight check incentives in his contract requiring him to stay under a certain weight, and he would earn money if he just stayed under certain weight parameters.
Yep.
Let's see if I have any others.
How about Kyler Murray having to watch film? That became a clause in his contract.
No, so that was a rumor, and that never happened.
Oh.
But I'm trying to see if there's any other. What the hell? Oh, Stefan Schwartz. Callan, do you know that name from soccer?
Oh, the guy who wanted to travel to outer space?
So he had a space clause in his contract, which would have rendered it invalid if he ever left the planet.
Houston, we have a problem. Over.
Let me see what else. So the thing you're talking about, Callan, Kyler Murray originally had a homework clause in his contract, which required him to watch film, and then they removed it because Arizona received huge scrutiny publicly, and that
this is a lot about Kyler Murray that they had to put in his clause that he had to watch film.
Hey, that sounds like review and preview all over again.
How about
study? I watched more film there than Kyler Murray did.
How about
How
about
you should earn the bonus money?
Yeah.
Des Bryant with the Cowboys, 2012. The Cowboys added the Des clause, which included a midnight curfew, a total ban on alcohol and strip clubs, and a mandatory 3-man security team that had to accompany him everywhere he went.
Jeez.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Apparently
It's
so.
real.
2012.
Maybe James Harden needs that clause.
Story is a liar.
Oh wait, here's a good one. So
Okay.
Mark McGuire, in his contract with the Cardinals, so he would be picking up a bonus of $1 for every fan over 2.8 million in attendance that year. $1 for every fan over 2.8 million.
$1?
How much money did he actually make?
I'm trying to see if they actually put that number in here. He walked away with $400,000 in bonus.
Wow.
I mean, for him, that's something. Still $400,000.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Do you remember Glenn Big Baby Davis?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember him.
Wasn't he caught up in the?
He called him Baby Shack.
Yeah, wasn't he
Baby
part of
Shack.
the NBA insurance scandal?
I think he's in jail.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, because of
Okay.
that scandal, a group of players defrauded the NBA health insurance system.
Yes. Yes,
Um,
he was one of them.
So I'm trying to see. Okay, so his contract said he would earn an extra $500,000 per season if he could keep his weight under 310 pounds.
Wow. What did his listed weight is 289 pounds. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Can you imagine if all you had? It said he would earn an extra $1 million every year he kept his weight under 310.
Wow.
Can you imagine if all you had to do was just stay healthy and you earn money?
Look, I think most Americans would fail at that,
It's fair.
to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of
Yeah, he was sentenced to 40 months in prison in addition to $80,000 in restitution.
Ooh, my goodness.
That doesn't mean he's going to serve, and that was a little less than 2 years ago. So he's got to be in jail right now.
Go ask
Probably
Yasiel
is.
Puig how that's working out too.
He's in jail?
He was part of a huge fraud scandal.
Oh, really? Wow. I haven't heard that
Involving
name.
gambling. What else is new?
Haha.
I haven't heard that name in years.
Yeah, you're not
Yasiel
missing
Puig.
much. The only thing you knew him for was fighting with oh god, what was the Reds pitcher that punched out the Pirates players? I can't remember.
Amir Garrett.
Thank you. That's it. That guy was a beast. He literally was throwing fists left and right.
It was funny. It was a pitching change too, and he looks over and then he walks away, then he goes and charges and then starts throwing left hands.
That's not surprising.
I
He
mean,
was
it
a
can't be
great
any, it
player,
can't-
though,
it
for a
can't be
little
as-
bit.
It can't be as funny as Tommy Pham slapping Jock Peterson about fantasy football a few years ago. during
Yes.
batting practice.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I found a few more odd contract clauses if we want to talk about the AJ Burnett, if everyone remembers AJ Burnett.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pirates legend AJ Burnett.
So when Burnett signed a 5-year deal with the Blue Jays back in 2005, he made sure his family who lived in Baltimore would be able to get to at least 8 of his games in style during the season. So he, in his contract, he wanted 8 limo rides across 2 countries. That's what he wanted.
Limo rides? Oh, God.
Limo rides.
Limo rides.
What in the Reggie Bush is going on here?
God, Reggie Bush.
Oh, that guy.
That guy deserves to take every revenge out on USC for taking his Heisman away.
Yep, he does.
Well, he got it back.
You got it back.
I understand, but
Yeah.
it was
You'll
kind of
hear more about
hypocritical.
that next Friday on Small Market Edition.
All right, what else do we want to get to?
Yeah,
Do we wanna...
we got to get to any other weird contract.
I got one. I got one from a former Seahawk quarterback named Rick Meyer, who in '93, when the Seahawks were still in the AFC West back then, the quarterback's contract reportedly contained a clause that ensured he would be paid even if the world came to an end or if the NFL somehow folded.
If the world came to an end, huh?
What?
Oh, here's another good one.
I need that sound effect.
Charlie Carefield, 37 cases of orange Jello were written into his contract.
Oh, because of his jersey number with Houston. Yes.
Oh.
Can you imagine saying, "Oh, if my contract, it'll get it over the 1 yard line if you give me 37 cases of orange Jello."
Look, I would do that with halal dishes or something.
No, I don't know.
I don't think that would ever work though. But I don't.
No,
but
it wouldn't work.
There's so many clauses. I could do this forever, but I don't want to spend the whole show on this.
Well, did you see this other story that I want to get to about the Vikings? They fired their GM.
Did you see he was on paternity leave, supposedly?
He was on paternity leave for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And the question that I have is, how much time do two questions. How much time do GMs typically take for paternity leave? And how much paternity leave do guys usually get?
So,
it depends on the state law.
I got the answer already. Paternity leave in the U.S. typically lasts up to 12 weeks.
Paternity leave or maternity leave?
Paternity leave.
Paternity leave lasts up to 12 weeks?
That's what it says.
It can, yeah.
Why do I feel like that would differ by state?
Hold on. It's unpaid.
Okay.
So you could be out for up to 12 weeks. They can't take your job away, but you're not paid.
Right. So
That
1 week
sucks.
in the U.S., most fathers take 1 week or less of paid paternity leave, even though, the question I have though is how much time do most people in that position take?
What?
But here's the thing though. What?
Morganson, you were right, by the way. There's reports from Yahoo that Bad Bunny called out the administration at the Grammys tonight in Los Angeles.
he did. Yeah.
No.
I told you, and that's why I won't watch it.
Wait, was this a
Excuse me,
polymark?
award show, not the Democratic National Convention.
What? Oh, were you about to ask if it was a poly market or a Cal?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. But I just knew I won't. We were talking about award shows before we came on here, and I said I refuse to watch them because I don't need to hear left-wing political hacky Hollywood celebrities talking about how much they hate Donald Trump.
Right. No. I haven't watched award shows in probably over 10 years.
Oh, it's been more for me.
Longer.
Yeah, for me, it's been pretty long as well.
Longer.
Yeah,
I
probably.
just checked on
more.
Twitter.
Yeah.
No, but what were we talking about? Paternity leave?
Yes.
Yes.
You know what this makes me think of?
GM got fired while he was on paternity leave.
Liam remembers this. Makes me think of Daniel Murphy.
No.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh
God.
God.
Remember Boomer Esiason got in trouble?
Boomer Esiason said that Daniel Murphy, who's a player for the Mets, shouldn't have gone on paternity leave for their game, which I think was opening day. So there were games after that. But yeah. He said it was selfish of him. His wife should have gotten a C-section.
Yeah.
That's
I remember that.
That was
Yes.
outrage. Everyone was pissed.
God, I think Murphy went after him too. It was
No, Murphy didn't
I
say
don't
he
blame
did.
him.
But I
Went
do
right
remember
after him and said,
but he
"What'd you
did get in
say?"
trouble. He definitely got in trouble for it, though.
He
Boomer.
did. Not
I
like
thought it was funny.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think most people remember that. But yes, that did happen. No, my thing is though with this GM, I think he should be fired regardless because he was just a bad GM. I don't really care about the paternity leave.
He's a shitty GM. I could have told you.
And
that.
I don't think that had anything to do with it. I mean, just with the bad decisions that he made after Sam Darnold won you 14 games and then moving on from him, and for JJ McCarthy, who frankly at this point looks worse than Zach Wilson?
I don't know about that.
I think he might. I mean, look, I don't know. He plays in a dome and can't stay healthy.
His last couple of games weren't too bad, but yeah, I mean, overall,
that he had a good last game. I'll give you that. But he has been terrible. And Sam Darnold won your 14 games. Now he's going to the Super Bowl, and you moved off from him. You've got to be fired for that. Like that's enough of a reason to be fired, I think.
He basically fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, now, so Nick, how do you feel about the Super Bowl as a Jet fan?
How do I feel about it?
How do you feel about it?
Numb.
Like I'm seeing ghosts.
Well, you've got to be on the Darnold train, right?
Oh, I'm definitely picking Seattle. It's not even a question. I think it'll be close, but I just don't think.
No, I'm not picking, like rooting.
No, I'm saying, well, generally, if I'm rooting, that's the team I'm taking. So, I like Seattle in the game. I'll just say that much.
Well, I like Seattle in the game, and I'm rooting for Seattle. It's too bad Ben's not here right now.
He's coming in the second hour.
Okay. Then we can talk about Belichick again.
Yeah, but I guess I would
get his opinion on it.
Wait, but I would say yes. I'd probably root more for Sam Darnold than I would for the Patriots. And you know what? I would actually be happy for Darnold because then he could go say "screw you" to the Jets because he basically was deemed a bust after he left
Put
New
the
York.
ring on his middle finger and show it to the camera.
Yeah.
Hey, Woody Johnson, this is for you.
Yeah. Minnesota Vikings, this is for you.
But you know what's funny about this is that if I had told you 5 years ago that of all the quarterbacks drafted in 2018, Sam Darnold would be the first to win the Super Bowl, you'd be like, oh, you're totally crazy. But if I told you that on draft night of 2018, you'd be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
It's true. You're right.
He's drafted by the Jets.
But you'd also be like, oh, but not with the Jets. Like, oh.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I don't know. I think some Jets fans would be happy for him if he won a Super Bowl title, but I don't know. I don't want the Patriots to win shit. I'm just tired of this.
Well, yeah, of course. I hate New England more than I hate any other team in sports.
Yeah, I can't. And then the best part is if the Patriots are absolutely blowing out Seattle, which I don't think is going to happen, the broadcast is just going to go into dynasty mode and how the Patriots are a great team.
The Patriot way is back, baby.
Yeah. It's basically going to be a Patriots home broadcast at that point.
Oh my God.
Now here's a guy.
Oh, God.
How many times is Chris Collinsworth going to bring up Mahomes?
Too many.
Oh, every other play.
Pretty much.
Every good play, it's going to be about Mahomes.
Man,
This is kind of similar to what we see.
Mahomes was here.
This is kind of like what we see from Patrick Mahomes.
That should be a Calcio or a Polymarket.
This reminds me.
Yes.
This reminds me of the Super Bowl when Kansas City got beat.
Some of these, and I just went because I have to torture myself looking at Calcium Polymarket. But
Oh my God.
Please don't.
So they have
not
one.
Emotional damage.
So they have a bet for who will be the headliner at Turning Point USA's All-American Pro Football Halftime Show. Will it be Blake Shelton or Luke Combs? Because of course it's got to be country because that's what All-American is to some people.
Yeah.
None
of the above, maybe? I don't know.
Who are Luke Combs?
Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton or Luke Combs. Where are they holding it?
I don't know. I think it's on the Turning Point USA campus. I think
They're not going to be in Santa Clara or in San Francisco, I don't think.
Was it Arizona, maybe?
No, because they don't want to be around Bad Bunny. That's apparently offensive to them.
Bad. I don't think the Bad Bunny pick was really people were acting like Bad Bunny was some type of really obscure artist that nobody's ever heard of. He's super popular.
He's one of the greatest Latin artists of recent memory.
You can do a Canadian destroyer better than most pro wrestlers out there today.
Yes.
You can just ask the Miz; he was the recipient of it.
But here's the thing with the halftime show, though. It's I think it's just I feel like this past Sunday was the last day of football for the real fans.
Right.
It's the last day. The Super Bowl is not. Here's my analogy. The Super Bowl is like a gym that's targeted at novice lifters.
That's fair. I could see that.
Like, it's not like the Super Bowl is not just
Like
about
Planet
football
Fitness?
fans. Yeah, exactly. It's the Planet Fitness of football games. Like, it's not targeted.
Oh Lord!
Like, the Super Bowl is not just targeted at like the biggest football fans.
It's targeted to be a corporate shell of itself, essentially.
But that's like the MLB All-Star Game or the NBA All-Star Game. It's all corporate. I mean,
Right, but the World Series, you can't say that that's true about the World Series or the NBA Finals. The Super Bowl is marketed as much as a pop culture event as it is a football game.
I mean, and other than the World Cup starting up in the summer, the Super Bowl has like the most views too. You know, more viewership totals or what have you. So of course it's going to be a giant corporate ordeal.
Right.
Yeah. No, definitely. But that's what I can't stand about like the Super Bowl in general. Like, it's just a reminder that football season is over.
I mean, we do the way I look at it in our schedule is like we do the Super Bowl show, we do the stupid bets that everybody wants, like Gatorade color and all that nonsense. Which
11 hours of pregame, baby.
Yeah. Oh, Nick, I'm curious what your thoughts on that. So, what do you make of all the nonsense that they have to do 11 hours of pregame coverage leading up to the game?
I mean, I think it's a waste of time. 11 hours?
They're saying supposedly it starts at 7 a.m. on Sunday.
I mean, I think that's a waste of time.
It's excessive. Totally.
11 hours of pregame. Does it take 11 hours to break down a game?
No.
Not
at all.
They do like interviews and a whole bunch of.
They have to go back and interview the high school and the middle school coaches of all the players, and
gotta go back into their past.
I mean, the only good
much.
thing about the 11 hours of pregame, you can watch the Puppy Bowl in the morning.
Puppy Bowl.
Puppy.
I don't get it.
I'd rather watch the Puppy Bowl than that.
I mean, it is cute.
I think I'd rather watch the Puppy Bowl, but
all in favor, say aye.
Even though I don't have dogs, but I'll watch the Puppy Bowl.
But yeah, I think that's excessive. 11 hours of pregame coverage.
Yeah, we have a benchmarks episode coming out on Sunday talking about the history of how it became 11 hours of
Thanks
coverage.
a lot to the Phoenix Open getting rained out in Super Bowl 12. That's how it happened.
It basically was a long rain delay that turned into NFL pregame show coverage.
A rain delay that led to the rain out of the third round of the Phoenix Open, and it led to the creation of the 3-hour pregame show. Then it went to 6. Now it's 11 hours of nonsense.
No.
But how much can you analyze one game?
I don't know.
I don't know. At least they're experts and they're paid to do it, you know?
That's like Super Bowl Radio Row. It's really not even called Radio Row anymore because there's not much radio left. But how much can you go down there and talk about the game? Oh, my favorite is when they send all the celebrities and athletes to a Super Bowl Row, and they're really just there for because of a sponsored product, nothing to do with football.
Presented by CarMax.
It's awful. And I forgot who said it one year, but they said like, "Oh, I reject all the interviews because I just don't want to talk about the sponsor that they come over and obnoxiously over promote."
Yikes.
Yeah, well, that Radio Row is not nearly as big as it used to. It used to be. Did Francesa not always? Is it just me? Francesa didn't always do Radio Row, right?
Well, it started as Mike and the Mad Dog were the ones that really created Radio Row. They were the first show to go down on location for the Super Bowl, and then that led to.
I know.
It became popular.
But it's not. They don't even really call it Radio Row anymore. It's just called Super Bowl Row. Like Super Bowl Row. That's what they call
Press Row. Hey, they stole our name.
Copyright.
Like, I don't know. They should call it Digital Row because most of the stuff down there is digital.
Media Row.
Or Media Row.
Yeah, Media Row.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, is there going to be a forecast? You know what? I didn't watch forecast, but I can't wait to watch the Super Bowl forecast. I mean, not as good as it would have been if the Bears were in it, but.
Don't even get me started. What? By the way, he's still offended that I made the gigantic joke during.
Look,
forecast.
I don't know. Football forecast is the best soap opera out there right now.
It's like screw all the stuff on network television.
What? All because Bears fans are mad at me because I made a joke about them being eliminated.
Oh, gosh.
What was the show?
Eliminated.
Eliminated.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember. How many shows ago was it
It was
now?
just your reaction when we were reading the monologue to the Sunday night show a couple weeks ago when the Rams kicked the winning field goal.
I was like dancing around and cheering because the Bears got eliminated by the Rams.
Yes.
And he's like, well, why'd you do that?
Who are you people?
Mean.
I said, because I have to listen to Bias 24/7 every week on football forecasts.
Well, is the only reason that you began to hate the Bears because of the Bears fans at this network?
Except for Zan. Zan knows how to control his bias. But
He's reasonable.
And Zan's also only one Bears fan. You know,
well, we have 3 Bears fans on forecast. So
and 2 of them are very biased.
yes, that's a fact. And well, did you see the clip I put out of him and I fighting during one of the live shows where I said they're going to lose, and then he said, "Oh, that's what a disgruntled Jets fan would say."
So,
and I'm like, okay, at least you're going to the playoffs. The last time we went to the playoffs was over a decade ago.
True.
You're welcome.
wait, did they lose? Was it the Rams game that you were predicting, or the Packers game?
No, it was the Rams game. I'm trying to see if I can find the clip because it was such a ridiculous.
Look, I've never seen anybody. I've never seen anybody take as much copium as you have when the Bears beat the Packers.
I just don't like biased fans. It pisses me off.
But I don't disagree. I'm just saying you were taking copium.
Well, but when you pick a team, you're biased toward them, definitely.
No, I agree. But
yeah,
he's a fan and he's being biased towards his team. Like every week, and Nick knows this because I told him about it. When they played the Steelers, he said, I won't pick the Steelers because I hate Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he takes the Bears as his lock every week. Yeah.
So, like, how am I supposed to feel about that? Like, when he does that?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
No,
that's true.
I can't say I disagree. Not picking the Steelers because you hate Aaron Rodgers is really stupid.
I mean, I picked the Steelers one episode, and I hate Aaron Rodgers, but I was just like, you know what? I got to pick the lesser of 2 evils in this case.
And you're a Cowboys fan.
I am a Cowboys fan, and I didn't pick them all the time during the season.
Well, but you're a Cowboy. You hate Aaron Rodgers.
I remember. I think Aaron Rodgers didn't play in the game against the Bears. Actually,
I know. His wrist. Well, that's another thing. Even with Aaron being gone from Green Bay, he won't even pick Green Bay now. He refused.
I wonder why.
NFC North, the rivalry's been going on for over a century.
Clown show.
No, I could have told you that.
Sorry.
Say, how does Tom feel? I mean, I would love to know how Tom feels if you had to pick a team he doesn't like. The Islanders win the Stanley Cup, for example, in the NHL.
If you saw his face when Grant and I were going back and forth, he was like in horror watching me.
Oh my God.
Yes. No, but like because he knew. Because Johnny had to stop me, like, during the live stream, because I was literally going to body bag Grant, because he was going after me.
Oh, my God!
Yes.
And he put an end to it. I'm like, all right, fine. I'll save it for more off the show.
Were you ever able to get the timing under control for forecast?
Yeah. The last couple have been like an hour 5 to an hour 10.
Good. It only took us 2 years.
Well, you could blame that on certain people that don't shut up during the show
surrounding this football team. You know, the culture is actually damn good.
Well, if he didn't go on 5 to 7 minute rants about how the Bears are so amazing, maybe we'd have more time for people to talk.
Yeah.
Or like going on and on about Tua and the Dolphins and the Mike McDaniel on a fast track.
What is the definition of a fast track? I don't even know what that is anymore.
I thought say your pick and you move on.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Make your
easy.
pick, and then we can move on to the next guy to make his pick.
I pick so and so. Next person.
Yeah, like I pick the Browns next.
The problem is his fast track became like 7 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, so it went to the slow lane.
Slow track.
It became a slow lane. Yeah, it became a slow track.
Yeah. I'm kind of amazed I had as much patience as I did. I was like, okay, I'm waiting, still waiting.
Your patience is going to get tested if you're waiting for him to stop talking.
And a half hours later. So much so that they had to get a new narrator and have to hire a new one.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
If we keeping a buck right now, we ass.
Thank you, Cam Ward.
He's never going to live that down. Never.
Any chance you guys are going to watch the Pro Bowl on Tuesday?
Let me think about that. No.
No.
Was it today?
No way.
No. I think they were doing all the fun stuff. It's gone. The game is on Tuesday, and I don't care.
Oh.
I didn't realize the game was on until I realized that it didn't happen today.
Wait, this Tuesday? The Pro Bowl's this Tuesday?
I think it's this Tuesday.
It's this Tuesday.
I used to remember when it used to be in Hawaii, and it used to be awesome.
As soon as the Pro Bowl left Honolulu, no thanks.
The game didn't matter anyway. By the way, Tuesday's my birthday, so I'm not even watching.
Oh, happy birthday.
No, you're good.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy birthday. Yeah, you deserve to celebrate.
Get a bottle of wine, damn it.
I will.
Get him a big beer.
Ugh. I mean, as Jets fans, I think they would know. We could probably drink the whole bar at this rate, the way this is going. It looks like Nick. What happened there?
Oh, no.
Here I am.
Wait.
Oh, God.
We're having it's
magnification.
Here I am. Wait, hold up.
You're very echoey.
All right, I'm good, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, my laptop's about to die, so I had to do
Oh, okay. That's understandable.
that. And there's no charger in sight. There's no plug in sight, so I had to go to my phone.
That's why I use this.
It's okay. It's not the first time someone used a phone to do
the phone works just as well.
Yes.
I have used to do between the ropes on a phone.
I don't know. Is that better?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's better.
All right. Yeah. So what were we talking about?
From the studios of WABC.
Wait a minute. I found the clip. If you want to see it, Nick.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Play it.
Hold on. Let me set this up. I mean, Nick, you'll understand why I wanted to be good if I took the outro off the screen.
There we go.
All right, so here's the clip.
Oh boy.
Buffalo does win this game, that's not going to be my play. I think this is going to be an exciting game. I think it's going to be a back and forth game. Two offensive powerhouses. Give me the over. Lock it in.
Whoa. Wasn't ready.
This game
was right.
A pick because I feel like it does feel like you have to take the Niners in this spot because getting a touchdown in the playoffs
for
the third time this year, even though this game's in Seattle, but
both defenses are going to go at it, but the Patriots will win, and I have the AFC East of the Bills Patriots.
You're right about the Texans defense.
It played horrible.
That was after I made my lock.
Frigid temperature. So I am taking the Bears, and it's also my lock of the week.
I think it's going to be one of those games where a fumble, a blocked punt, or an interception is going to make all the difference regardless of who wins. But they picking this game as the under, and I think it's going to be one of those games where you just kind of look over because it feels like it's
right.
I'm taking the Rams, and it's not. Grant, hear me out, because there's no way you can lock the Bears in this game. The Rams are the favorite. They have more offensive weapons. The quarterback is better than the current quarterback. Stafford's the MVP this year. And by the way, the Packers imploded, giving up 25 points in the fourth quarter. The Bears didn't deserve to win that game. I'm sorry.
I don't care what you say.
Grant, tell me otherwise. Tell me otherwise how the Bears won that game.
Hey. All I'm gonna say is I haven't dealt with as much crap as the Jets, but I've dealt with
Grant. What does that have to do with this pick now? What sorry, the Packers completely imploded, and that's what happened there. Sorry, the Bears didn't deserve to win that game. The Rams are going to come out. The offense is better. They have better offensive weapons on the wide receiver core. All right, that you get the point. But yes, that was. I
got to tell you, that was copium from you.
What?
Well, and I was laughing nervously throughout that. I'm just like, am I witnessing a fight here?
To be fair to Grant, the Bears did cover.
Yeah.
I mean, they did.
But I would agree with what Morganson said, that it was more of Green Bay imploding than I felt like.
Look, here's the thing, though. It was
They
a
did
little bit
implode in the fourth quarter.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. It was a little bit of both. The Bears were amazing in the fourth quarter, and the Packers imploded. It was both. But here's the bottom line: they won the game, and that's all that matters. That's just how I see it. They won the game. Who cares?
But why the Jets shot? That made no sense whatsoever. In that
I don't think it was.
That was the part I couldn't understand. It's like, why feel the need to take that pot shot?
Fruit. It's low
Yeah,
hanging
it is
fruit.
low.
But I
low-hanging
agree
fruit.
with Grant a little bit, which is, look, I don't care. We won, and that's really all that matters. Like, I can't really say, well, the other team played bad, played a lot worse. Like, I don't think you can have it both ways. Would it be better to play great and lose? I don't know. I don't care.
No, but
Like,
my
they still
favorite
won.
is But my favorite is then he went on Gurus on Sunday after that game and said, "I'm not watching any of the games because the Bears are not playing."
He went on what? Oh, gridiron gurus.
Yeah, on Sunday, and said, "Oh, I don't plan on watching any of the games because the Bears are not playing."
Yeah, I don't know. I watch everything. I watch every in the playoffs. You said that?
Yes. I mean, I'm a Jet fan. Like, I'd be miserable. Like, if I just said I'm not going to watch any football if the Jets aren't playing. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, the Jets aren't. If you count the Jets as football, but
right.
If you count that, but I mean they're. I mean, look. I think his whole thing with the Jets, it was like, look, I'm a Bears fan. We've been through so much. I don't really care what you have to say about the Bears winning a playoff game. I think that's the whole point he was making.
No, but he has no problem taking shots at everybody else, but he can't.
No, that is true. That is obviously true.
Dish it and can't take it. Sounds like Aaron Rodgers.
Well, look, Aaron. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to play another year?
I don't know.
I want to say no, but you never know with Aaron.
I think he might because Mike McCarthy, now the Steelers head coach.
I thought they didn't like each other.
We don't know. Supposedly we don't know what their relationship is like now.
But they haven't played he hasn't played under him in like 4 years. He might want to.
They might have squashed, like, whatever beef they had, they might have squashed it already.
No, all the beef is inside McCarthy's stomach.
All those Campbell chunkies.
Chunky soup, yes.
I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be a good coach.
I don't think he's going to be that much different than Mike Tomlin.
I like Tomlin, but he had to go.
No, I think Tomlin is a little bit of an overrated coach. He is.
Agreed.
Let's be honest. He's the only guy not many coaches could go almost a decade without a playoff win and still keep their job.
By the way, Tom is sharing in our admin chat. Like, apparently, Russell actually tweeted out about the report of him being in the Epstein report.
No, he did.
Oh,
and so he tweeted out, "Nope, absolutely not. Not today, Satan. Some random plane broker tried to sell me a plane. I had no idea whose plane and never bought the plane. Never talked nor never met the man. Thank God."
Yeah, like that's the thing with the Epstein Files is that it's like people are mentioned in the Epstein Files and then there's never any context as to why they're being mentioned. The only thing you see is the headline. Somebody is mentioned. So and so is mentioned in the Epstein Files.
Right.
It's completely ridiculous.
His name could have just been brought up in a conversation, and oh my goodness, he's in the Epstein Files.
yeah,
Right.
that's probably what it was.
You need the
Woody-
context, really.
Woody Johnson was mentioned, and now everyone thinks like he's involved. And
I hope he was.
I mean, that might get us more positive. Wait a minute. That might get us more positive press than the team does on the field.
Look, if Woody Johnson has to sell the team because he's involved with Epstein, that
It's
means
not that
Epstein
simple.
Island would be the best thing to happen to the Jets since Revis Island.
You can't. You need 24 out of the 32 owners to vote you out, to be forced out.
You don't think you get 24 owners to vote somebody out?
Nope.
You don't think so?
what did I say on press row earlier today? That basically the owners are a fraternity. Like they all
much. And a lot of them don't want to stab each other in the back unless it's Al Davis suing the NFL to move the Raiders to LA the first time around, and how that blew up in the NFL's face the first time around.
Just win, baby.
Or you're Donald Sterling and you do terrible, horrible shit, and then you get voted out.
Yeah, and you get the hammer
did Donald
dropped on you.
Sterling get voted? How does it work in the NBA?
Same thing. 24.
I think every league has. You need to get a 3/4 vote or a certain threshold of voters have to agree, or high majority of the owners have to vote.
No, you were right. 3/4
of somebody out of the out of ownership.
You need 3/4. You need 3/4 the owners to vote out an owner.
Huh.
I mean, they're talking about this with Tish. Like, is he going to? Is he? I think he's got to sell because his name is
sell his stake in the team.
His name is mentioned 440 times in the report, including. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, which I talked about with Nick, obviously it looks insane, the Tish stuff. But first of all, there's no mention anywhere in the files that any of the women that he was discussing were underage. So that's
possible.
And if you look at the texts, it does. I don't know. It's very odd. Like when he was like, "Is my present here?" or whatever. But
yes,
there's no proof of it. And secondly, a lot of these guys are doing the same shit anyway, so they're not going to force him. He would only sell on his own volition. They wouldn't force him because the owners run the show, and a lot of them are doing weird shit anyway.
Well, but that's the thing, though. Unless these were underage girls and not adult women. Ultimately, I don't think it matters that much. It just means that it's a little weird, but it's not like. But he didn't do anything wrong, really. If he wasn't discussing underage girls.
Oh,
well, we don't know the ages.
Well, unless they were trafficked.
That's the point. We don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know.
But we don't know. But supposedly, a lot of the girls involved in the Epstein situation were underage.
Well, no, we know that for a fact. It doesn't mean that Epstein didn't have an adult department too. We don't know.
Oh no, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it's. I don't
Look,
know.
McDonald's doesn't just sell burgers. Like,
that's an interesting comparison.
There you go.
I don't know. You go to McDonald's and get nuggets and fries. You know.
Yeah.
I guess it's your pick. It's like picking a dog. It's your pick of the litter, right?
Right.
Oh,
so we don't really know.
Well, that's a point.
I don't know. Some of the stuff that he said, and apparently he had much more of a relationship than some of these owners had.
Oh, by the way, so I did look it up. The NBA requires 75%, 3/4 of the 30 owners to remove an owner. Ooh. Baseball, 75%. NFL, 75%. NHL, 75%. Major League Soccer is between 75 to 80, and so is the WNBA. So every league requires 3/4 of the vote.
Well, right now the WNBA might not have a season, so they don't really have much to worry about currently.
Despite
they got a lot of time to figure that out. And
despite Caitlin Clark's confidence that she thinks they will get a deal done.
Caitlin Clark was on the Sunday Night Basketball tonight. She's better off. She might make more money being on that broadcast than being in the W for season.
That's true.
That's true. So by the way, I wanted to go back and kind of read off some of the names. So we already mentioned Sterling being the first big name forced out. Robert Sarver, Sons and Mercury, also let go because of his.
Yeah, but those allegations were actually proven.
Toxic workplace. Baseball wise, you've got Mars Schott, Cincinnati Reds back in the 90s.
Oh, I remember that one. That was a big deal.
Morgeson, Frank McCourt, his wife, the Dodgers.
He was an idiot.
He was.
William Cox, 1943 owner of the Phillies, for gambling on his own team and forced to sell right away.
Oh.
Dan Snyder and Jerry Richardson, Commanders and Panthers.
I remember that.
Harold Ballard of the Maple Leafs in 72, and also in the New York area, John Spano, New York Islanders, bank fraud, 1997.
So that's because he didn't actually have the money.
He didn't actually have the money.
He lied about the money.
Good 30 for 30 about that, too. And then elsewhere in sports, for those who care, Jorge Vergara, Chivas USA, Major League Soccer. Team wasn't very good anyway. Del Hansen, Real Salt Lake, 2020, racist language. Kelly Loeffler, former Georgia State Senator. Blowback versus BML, Atlanta Dream, 2021. Sold to an all-black ownership group in Atlanta, Georgia.
I don't know. It's all these NFL owners. Like some of them are just drive-by comments, so I don't take those seriously.
That's why I said, like, what exactly is the difference of like being named or more about just in conversation, as we kind of talked about earlier today.
Nick, so did you read the part about Robert Kraft?
No.
So there was a lot of interesting things that were spiraling around on Twitter, which is normal. And you obviously know Steve Bannon from you and I working in the political sphere.
Yes.
Steve Bannon sent Epstein an email.
Steve.
Yes. Steve Bannon sent Epstein an email about Kraft's day spa charges, if you remember the prostitution scandal, which were later dropped, to which Epstein responded, 90% inaccurate. Wow, he's okay. Epstein also said in a text, you need to know about a past issue with Kraft that may come to light. That was the quote that was out all over social media, that apparently Epstein knew about a crime for Kraft before it went out publicly. I don't know what Kraft's deal is, like how he just gets away with all this shit.
Well, the thing with Robert Kraft at the massage parlor, like, I don't know. I don't think it was that big of a deal. Like the massage parlor thing, was that really a big deal?
I mean, the charges were dropped. So obviously they didn't.
I mean, it's a waste of taxpayer money to, like, what are you going to do? Pay a bunch of investigators to watch Robert Kraft get jerked off?
Essentially.
Yeah, I think. Like, was there any bigger waste of taxpayer dollars than the Robert Kraft thing? Tish is in the Epstein Files. Russ is in the Epstein Files. Giants country, let's ride.
Yeah, that's Tom. That's Tom.
Yeah. What? Oh, gee.
But I mean, there were other owners named too, like Callan had said. Also, Sammy Sosa was apparently named in the report. Also, I don't know why.
Porzingis was also named apparently. Peyton Manning was named. Geno Smith was named.
Kristaps Porzingis was
Geno
named.
Smith.
Hold on, there's no way Kristaps Porzingis is involved.
It was. Remember, we said that it's not all allegations. Like sometimes they would just mention names and then it would come out. But so it says Epstein emailed about rape accusations against Porzingis, which he denied.
That's true. They were, yeah.
Quote, do you have an investigator you trust? Epstein wrote to Porzingis. So,
and Woody Johnson was named too.
Yes, he was named.
Which is ironic because a lot of the reason that people reached out to Epstein was because they had a Woody Johnson. But
wow.
But yeah, there were a lot of things.
Well, of course, the owner of the Jets would be in the Epstein list.
I mean, are you really that surprised? The guy is too worried about foreign affairs. What else was there?
Well, was Woody actually named in the Epstein Files?
Yes, his name was brought up, I think, by Epstein himself. But
yes,
the jersey purchases thing. There was correspondence with Epstein's aide that shows discussion of gifts for the boys in quotes, and it was 2 youth jersey purchases. One was Peyton Manning and one was Geno Smith.
Oh dear God!
Well, that's not them being named in the Epstein Files. That's
No. That's why I said some of it is just names that happen to have come out in conversation. So the media, which has no fucking clue what they're doing at times, they take a name being mentioned as someone being an alleged rapist.
Right.
And that's the problem. Like, no, they need.
You know what they do? They do that, Nick, and then they say this.
Oh my God!
Well, no, then they have to.
Right.
Oh, sorry, we were too fast on the report.
Yeah, but we went too crazy there.
Yeah, like that's the problem with all this stuff being released and with people being named is that there's never any context as to why they're being named.
Well, Nick, you and I know this from working in the business that sometimes people rather be first than be accurate.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even that it's inaccurate, but it's like lies by omission.
Right.
No, but they're so quick to be first because they want to be sourced first rather than sometimes checking if the reports are real.
Give me that. I got it first, not you. I want all the credit in the world. I got it first, not you.
Trust me.
I broke the story.
I had to stop my hosts quite a few times because they wanted to break a story on air, and I said, "How many sources do you have?" And you said 1, and I said, "That's not enough."
Look, it's factual but not truthful.
Exactly. Like I've always believed in the theory of you need 3 sources to break news. Always 3 legitimate sources, I should say.
Or as Francesca would say, sources.
Sauces.
Sauces.
Or
Make it make sense to me.
Oh, he always and there's his radio rival right there.
Make it make sense to me.
God. By the way, have you seen Michael Kay on air? Like he's turned into like a crotchety old man doing radio.
Yeah, he's only on for like 2 hours, right?
What'd you say?
He's only on for 2 hours from 1 to 3.
So,
right?
Because he's got really young kids at home, he's now mostly doing the show from at home remotely.
Yeah.
And he's on, instead of 3 to 7, he's on from 1 to 3.
It's a pretty good deal he gets.
He's getting the same amount of money, too.
Lucky.
It's only I mean, look, he was doing a 4-hour show on top of calling Yankee games is a lot of work.
Well, he would leave like at 6:15, 6:30 during the show to do the game.
Yeah, he would typically leave a little early.
Well, Don LaGreca now does it. He's the play-by-play guy for the Devils, so sometimes he's got to leave now to call the games. But I don't know. Radio's a dead business, in my opinion. It's
hanging on by a thread.
So, speaking of sports media news, can we play? Because I didn't play it on Moving the Goalpost. Stephen A. Smith said that Ryan Clark should get.
Oh, I got to get it again.
Interviewed.
I have to get it again because I had to remove it.
Oh, go ahead.
I have to see if I can find it. Where did you send it to me again? In MTGB?
In Slack, and then Moving the Goalpost Slack channel.
Okay. Well, I got to go
scroll up a little. It's not far.
Oh, this one where he talks about where he should have been a contender for head coach.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I got to download it.
Well,
go ahead. I'll do that.
Well, Stephen A. Smith is like making headlines for every week at this point.
Yeah, and the sky is blue and the grass is green. Tell me something I don't
know. Clown show.
Yeah. Well.
No.
I think I got it.
You got it?
Winner chicken dinner. Winner chicken dinner.
Well, that was from the K show.
Oh.
Oh, come on, computer, stop it.
Yeah.
There, I got it.
All right. Cool.
I hope I have enough space to put it in here. I definitely don't. Oh, I do. Okay. 1 second. I'm just waiting for it to process. Yes, the ability of live. Okay, here we go.
I'm very upset going back to the Pittsburgh Steelers because I want to stay for the record, and I'm not joking about this. I'm dead serious. I believe that Ryan Clark should have been interviewed for the job. I mean it. I believe that Ryan Clark, who I'm looking at right now, should have been interviewed for the job.
I wish I would have.
Phillip Rivers got interviewed by the Buffalo Bills. I'm just saying, you the Pittsburgh Steelers, what's up? What's up? I know they love RC. I know they know he's a Steeler for life. I know they pick up the phone and call him and defer to him and ask his advice and stuff like that, or give him or make sure they express their thoughts to him. How come you can't interview the brother? You gonna sit up there and bring Mike McCarthy back at 62 years old? That's right, and that's what I'm saying. That RC Ryan Clark should have been interviewed for the head coaching job of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Y'all gonna come to me years later. Remember this. Keep this in the archives. Stephen A. said it. You understand? This is what I'm talking about. These are the problems. Let's go on. Let's move on.
He's still upset about the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Because he's a raw pain in the ass. Maybe it's because if they interview him and don't hire him, he'll sue them for discrimination.
Or he'll tackle Art Rooney II.
Do you remember the Geo rant on WFAN where he completely destroyed Ryan Clark because of the whole thing with Tiki Barber?
Oh, jeez.
No. Wait, what happened with Ryan Clark and Tiki Barber?
He said that he was a bad teammate in New York and said he was not a good leader.
And what was that based on? Ryan Clark never played in New York.
He was on like the practice squad or something in New York. He was a Giant for like a year.
What? Really?
Was he? I was about to say, was he responding to Tiki Barber claiming Eli Manning was not a leader or something like that? Okay.
Ryan Clark
just
said
wondering.
that Tiki Barber was a terrible Giant and not a good leader.
Jesus.
I mean,
Yeah, he
like,
did.
I mean, he wasn't a good husband, but
well, that's a different
He
issue
Barber
for
was,
another
yeah.
day. But
Yeah, and he's probably sad. And you watch.
yeah, Ryan
Yeah, and he
Clark.
watched jealously as the Giants won the Super Bowl the year after he retired.
You know what? You know what, Ryan Clark. This is my thoughts about
Because
you.
he's a raw pain in the ass.
Yes,
Especially how he treated Peter Schrager first day on the job.
that was bad
Yeah.
too. Nick, that's the classic argument of I'm a former athlete. My opinion matters more than yours.
yeah, and the weird thing about that is former athletes have some of the dumbest opinions. That's the problem.
I also find it hilarious that when former athletes show up to like TV or radio, they're automatically given a job, and sometimes they are the worst at doing media.
Well, look at
no, Jim.
look at the MLB playoffs on TBS and the crew that they have. They're terrible.
I
mean, David
lost
Ortiz-
track. Oh, Jeff Francoeur, I think, is one of the players.
Well, no. Well, at one point they had David Ortiz, A-Rod, Pedro Martinez, Jeter,
Oh, that's
Gary
Fox.
Sheffield.
That was
It was
Fox. That was Fox.
right.
Oh,
Oh, was it Fox?
Well, no, Sheffield is part of TBS.
Yeah. That's with Jimmy Rollins, Lawrence Shahadi, Curtis Granderson, and Pedro Martinez on
Yeah,
TBS.
these former baseball players are some of the worst broadcasters.
Actually, Pedro's not terrible, but
Pedro's okay. Remember the whole rub my balls thing?
yes. Well, do you remember the
Oh.
the whole Don Zimmer situation too?
I was on Pedro's side on the Don Zimmer situation.
Really?
Don
You-
Zimmer
you
came
would throw an old
charging
man
at
down?
him. Don
Charging
Zimmer
at
came
him?
charging at him first.
Nick.
Pedro stepped away, and then Don Zimmer went tumbling. Like there's
Nick.
nothing. What do you want him to do?
Are you serious? Don Zimmer charging at Pedro Martinez?
Pull up the video right now. It's all
can't.
on video.
I
Don
can't.
Zimmer
I
charged at
can't.
Pedro.
It'll get copyrighted.
Yeah, it'll get copyrighted, but yeah, just
Play the
Pedro
sound.
grabbed
Play the
Zimmer
sound.
by the head and threw him down.
But then we can't see
What
what's
does the
actually
sound
happening.
do? Though? The sound doesn't do anything.
The sound doesn't do shit.
You're right. The sound doesn't do anything.
Pedro just threw down Don Zimmer.
Wait a minute, Nick.
Don Zimmer
You're
It
gonna
was everywhere.
hold on. You're gonna tell me that Don Zimmer, who was in his 70s at the time, was charging at Pedro Martinez?
Yes, it's all on video. It's all
Now,
on video.
You're being crazy.
I'm not being crazy. It's all on video. He charged at him first.
It was on
I
Sports
don't
Center
know.
a ton.
You're not. First of all, in the court of public opinion, you're not going to win that either.
I know that. It doesn't mean I'm wrong. Just because I'm not winning in the court of public opinion, I don't really care about that. I don't
You're going to
normally
say
win.
a 70-year-old man was charging
You
at
don't,
Pedro
you,
Martinez?
you don't usually win in the court of public opinion either. Have you checked TikTok?
Yeah, and I have much thicker skin than most people who are here.
You do, yeah. You're the only
Jeez.
person less popular in TikTok than me.
No, they tell the two of us every single time that apparently podcast equipment is too cheap. Also,
Well, no. Here's the thing, though. When there's a clip of you and me in it, people praise me because
Okay.
they hate you
And
so
they
much.
beat Morganson
But
over the
every
head with
other
a steel
clip,
chair.
everybody rips on me.
yeah, but the difference is, unlike former people who are not here anymore, I can take the insults, unlike some people here.
Honestly, I don't know who you're talking about.
Well, or a certain somebody at another network who was so sensitive and couldn't handle
Yeah,
it.
I don't know who that used to be here couldn't take. Look, I don't care. I just like the attention. But
Well, I know you do.
I like the attention, and you do too, because we wouldn't be in this business if we didn't like the attention.
Well, that's true, but I have no problem going back at people. That's why, like, you know what? And people say, "Oh, that's you being sensitive." Like, no, if you're going to say something about me, then I'm going to respond.
Right. No. Well, actually, the one time that Liam got ripped was when he picked the Texans as his lock of the week against the Patriots, and somebody commented, "This is why kids shouldn't have podcasts."
I seriously don't get when people make comments like that.
I don't get it.
But that's a compliment. That means you're young looking. So
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll take it. Like
They're keeping us young, baby. They're keeping
It
us
is
young.
funny when people comment after the fact. Like it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
oh yeah, now that
After
it's
the
over.
game's
Like
over with, that's a pet peeve.
Yeah.
On Forever Power 5 on TikTok, always,
Yeah.
people clown you for the picks after the result. And I'm like, guys, like, you can't clown a pick after the result already happened. Like,
which it was like me and Nick used to follow this account Funhouse on Twitter, who used to clown Colin Cowherd if he went like 2 or 3 in his 5 picks for the NFL. I was like, where were your picks for this week?
Yeah, exactly. Or
I love that account.
However, you win every pick. Like, what are you talking about?
That account is hilarious because they clown Francesa too.
Great account, but the guy is a bit of a...
You know what? I don't like Funhouse very much. I like some of the stuff. Some of the clips that he posts are funny, but you know what? He hides behind this veil of anonymity and always like just trashes everybody else and is never even willing to show his face or even call into a radio show.
Well, that's digital media for you these
and
days.
It's not just that though. He purposely posts clips sometimes just to make the host look bad without context.
Because that's what gets you views. Callan knows what I'm about to say.
But like, it's just so ridiculous to like not even show your face or your name or your voice or anything and do that to hosts. Like, it's completely ridiculous.
Time out. So you know this too. So I really shouldn't have to explain this, but we're in a society where people do everything for clicks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't care if there's context. They don't care if their face is shown. They don't care if they falsely give information just for clickbait. So that's what it's about. That's why Funhouse. I don't know. Do we know what the guy's name is?
No, but Francesa almost doxed him once. Francesa almost doxed him once.
You're right.
What happened? I know he was upset with him, and he almost doxed him, but he didn't end up doing it.
He did.
I know he lives in Maine. He's posted that he lives in Maine. I know that's like the only thing I know about him.
Yeah, I knew he was from Maine too. But the thing is, like, if you have to, that's sad. If you have to live behind a anonymous point of view, like it's go ask Sour Shoes, who just goes on every show and starts impersonating people.
Yes,
which I like when he does the Francesa impersonation. I love when he does the Stern impersonation. Like, at least he's willing to say who he is once they figure him out.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Funhouse is just so. He started off only with Francesa, and then went with Colin, and then he moved on to Colin Cowherd. And I remember one time he was like ripping Colin Cowherd when I remember Jason McIntyre suggested like something in baseball where you can trade like draft picks or something like that. Was that it? And then then Funhouse jumped on and was like, "You're not allowed to do that in baseball." Like, nobody knows that.
What? Yeah, but Funhouse, like you said, and Liam said it best. Like, he's so out of context, it's not even funny. Like,
some of it's insane.
And like I've seen those tweets. Twitter verified him before you had to pay for it. By the way,
before you,
really, holy cow,
actual Twitter,
like when real Twitter existed, not X.
Well,
but
when it was the Bird platform before it became X.
But the thing is, the reason people post Colin Cowherd clips is because his stuff does views. That's why people post his clips. That's why why he posts Francesa clips, because every time he said something stupid, the algorithm would put it out there for people to watch.
It's not just the popular hosts that say stupid things. Everybody says stupid things.
No,
they don't always go viral.
No, but Francesa would say the dumbest things, and it would go viral for no apparent reason.
I don't agree. Francesa never said things that were dumb. He just said things that he would make a lot of predictions that would turn out to be really wrong.
By the way, he is the worst gambler of all time.
He's terrible at predictions, but like, here's the thing though. Being wrong is not synonymous with being dumb. Like you can make a wrong prediction, but still make a wrong prediction for intelligent reasons.
All right, maybe not dumb, but arrogant.
Yeah, that's true. Like he often, like he's very assertive in all of his predictions, and a lot of them turn out to be wrong, and that's what makes it kind of funny. But they're not dumb. Like, look, there's a 50% chance you're going to be wrong with whatever pick you make. So, like, I wouldn't say any of it is necessarily dumb. It's just like, it's just wrong, and that's what makes it kind of funny. I mean, I think that a lot of sports commentators have dumber opinions than Francesa does.
Well, what pissed me off, though, is like he couldn't laugh at himself either. Like,
that's true.
Like when Carton would imitate him on Boomer and Carton, or when Gio would do it on this morning iteration of the morning show.
Yeah. Gio, first time, the second time, or third time that Carton got reinstated? Which one is it?
I think the show is terrible with him and C-Mac. Now,
I haven't really.
Well, because the other guy is awful.
C-Mac is awful.
Who?
I'm aware of that. Thank you for reminding me after 18 years. I appreciate that.
No,
C-Mac is awful.
It's bad. But I don't think Craig should have been allowed back in the building.
No, they should have. He's a ratings monster.
Who were they putting on though in that spot? They had nobody left.
Well, they put C-Mac back in that spot.
Well, he was doing overnights.
Yeah. Which I guess that's my biggest criticism is that maybe C-Mac wasn't a good fit. But the reason is because he had a relationship with him, and that's why.
He was the board op for.
He was his board op and producer, I think. So that's the reason why. Yeah.
Did you hear the story about how he got started at WFAN?
Who?
No.
C-Mac?
Yeah, he was in Vegas, like I don't know, whatever.
Yes.
He just graduated college, and he got into he was at like this rooftop or whatever, and he saw Mark Malusis there.
Yes.
And he was going to go up to him, but then he didn't end up doing it. And then he got into the elevator, and he got into a fight. Him and his boys got into a fight with a guy. And like the security came and broke it up. And then after the security broke it up, they were like, the guy was like, "Oh, like I can hear you from New York from your accent." And the guy was like, "Yeah, I'm Mark Malusis' producer." And he introduced him to Mark Malusis, and that's how he got on WFAN, getting into a fight with a guy in the elevator.
Oh my God!
That's a true story.
Wow. It's shocking.
Anybody else, we'd be in jail.
Yeah. We'd be getting hauled out of the building in handcuffs.
Well, that means I need to get into a fight in an elevator.
You needed to get into more fights when you were in Vegas. Then you would.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll end up on WFAN.
Yeah.
Well, look, when I went to Vegas for my...
You get your ass hauled off to jail, or you get a job with a big-time radio network.
Look, when I went to Vegas for my 21st birthday, I was a little too drunk to get into a fight.
Wait, wouldn't that cause more fights, though, if you're drunk?
It depends on what kind of a drunk you are.
Oh, God. Okay, now, you just walked...
Your team
Wait a
loses a
minute.
game.
Hold on. You just walked yourself right into that. So what kind of drunk are you?
Not to get into a fight drunk.
More of a mellow.
What?
Nothing.
No, I'm not a get into a fight type of drunk. By the way, I was too drunk in Vegas for my 21st birthday to get into a fight.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's an amazing story. I never heard that story before.
By the way, speaking of, since we're talking about media, Count and I and Nick, you're going to want to listen to this when we do press row. Well, you might not be awake when it's live, but we're actually having Brandon Towers from Playback on Wednesday. Well, Playback's not around anymore.
What's he doing now?
I have no idea, but he gave me his phone number, and he said, text me. I'll come on the show and talk about what happened with Playback. So,
is it because we didn't do enough streams?
Oh God. Or that we were a partner account and didn't get paid after a while.
Oh, jeez.
And then who else do we have? Oh, we're having Scott Farrell on the show.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Ask him why he's charging like $30 a month for his picks.
He's got deals with like every sports book.
No, he charges money for his picks.
Well, most people do.
His picks better be fire.
I heard that he's got, I think he's like 65, 70% on picks.
He's that good?
Yeah.
If he's 70%, then yes, he should charge for picks. If he's 70%, I would pay picks.
I mean,
The new co-host of Unnecessary Wagers, Scott Farrell.
Oh, Nick would die if Scott Farrell showed up. What? I happened, and the only reason it happened is because I was connected with him on LinkedIn, and he answered a message from me.
Oh.
So
he was very much involved with Stern, wasn't he?
He was on Stern's channels for like 4 or 5 years. Then he went to, well, ironically, he went back in the WFAN building for CBS Sports Radio for 8 or 9 years.
CBS Sports Radio.
And now he's doing, what is it called? Pharrell and the Prophet, I think is what it's called now.
We used to go to the same gym.
Did you?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Doesn't his voice sound like he smoked like 1 million cigarettes?
Yes, it does.
Is it Marlboros or Camels?
I have no idea. I don't know. But you know his voice when you hear it. It's definitely...
That's why I said, Nick, jokingly, do we have to have raspy voices on Wednesday in his honor?
Just don't smoke a ton of cigarettes.
Do you remember back early in the business, people would actually smoke cigarettes because they wanted their voice to be lower?
People did that, yeah.
Now they realize it kills
Then they
you.
died of lung cancer.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
But people actually did that. Like they smoked cigarettes. Oh, I want my voice lower.
Yeah, right.
I'm watching Rizalski.
You could also just take testosterone. That'll probably do it.
Oh, God.
This office is now closed.
As someone who smokes cigarettes, that did not happen to me. Oof.
I don't think that really matters that much anymore.
No, not at all. No, it'll destroy your voice box, your lungs, amongst other things.
Well, now you have
in general.
But now you have AI and
e-cigarettes.
You can lower your voice in audio programs. Why do you need to do it yourself?
Right.
I could take a high-pitched voice and turn it into a low person's voice. Not hard.
Yeah, that was a really common thing in radio at the time. Yeah, I've heard it, but yeah, I've heard that. I've heard stories like that a bunch of times.
Or what was it like on music stations? They would use reverb or whatever.
Yeah.
Ooh.
To make your voice sound like it's echoing across 5 tunnels.
Echo, echo,
instead of a stadium or an arena.
Yeah.
I don't know. What else do we have to talk about? Anything?
The Pro Bowl.
Who gives a shit about the Pro Bowl?
No, I don't care about the Pro Bowl.
Here's what you got to talk about. How did Shedeur Sanders make the Pro Bowl?
Wait a minute.
Nobody wants to play in the game. How about that?
So wait a minute. If you're so invested
for a replacement.
Wait a minute. Hold on. If you're so invested in the Pro Bowl, why didn't you do a UW episode for it then?
For the Pro Bowl? I'm not invested in the Pro Bowl. I want to talk about why Shedeur Sanders made the Pro Bowl and Joe Flacco made the Pro Bowl.
Because it's a stupid exhibition game. That's why.
That's all it is.
It's a skills contest with a flag football game intertwined in Orlando, Florida.
And they want a free vacation. Essentially, that's what they want.
But I get that. But my question is, why were they selected? Did everybody else just turn it down?
So some people were injured, and some people just declined the invitation.
Certain members of 2 teams were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because those guys are now. See, that's why it's stupid that they put the Pro Bowl a week before the Super Bowl.
And by the way, I don't mean to interject, Morganson. This is, I think, the first year too that now the Pro Bowl's in the same city as the Super Bowl.
Who cares?
Tuesday's game is going to be at the George Moscone Convention Center in downtown Santa Clara, California.
I mean, what's next? They were talking.
So I guess Super Bowl players and Pro Bowl players are going to have to avoid stepping in shit.
Ew.
It's a glorified Pro Bowl. I mean, oh my God, glorified
Super Bowl.
game of the circus, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Remember in baseball, you know what they were saying? Like, let's put trampolines in the outfield so it's more entertaining. That's essentially what the Pro Bowl is.
And in fact, if anyone does care, Jerry Rice and Steve Young are the head coaches of the respective teams.
Is that supposed to make it better?
Well, for the last 3 years, it's been
Niners legends.
That it's 49er legends who are coaching the 2 teams for the Pro Bowl game.
I don't know. There's just nothing in it. Like no juice in the game to watch it.
No. That's why I won't do it.
I mean, I think MLB was the closest when they tried to make it, that whoever won got home field advantage in the World Series. But then people got offended. People got offended, so they got rid of it.
Well, wasn't there a game when the All-Star game? I just remember because I was a kid watching it. Like, wasn't the All-Star game at Yankee Stadium go to like 30 innings or something?
Yes.
And then they were like, this is ridiculous.
So people got offended last year because they took the extra innings rule out
and they did the home run swing off.
I loved it. I loved the swinging derby instead of the.
Yeah, that's better. It's like a penalty shootout at the end of the World Cup. Like, it's better.
And I talked about it on a show, I think from last season. People were offended that, I want my extra innings. Like, you really want to sit through a 17, 18 inning game? No.
All-star game.
No, but generally, like, I think they should make that the rule in all games. No more extra innings. No more extra innings.
Need any more clocks on it, sir. As a former player, we don't need more time on the game.
No more clocks.
What do you mean, no more extra innings?
I'm saying so. If
it goes swing off,
I just want to swing off after 9 innings.
Look, just a home run derby.
You having a real game,
right?
I just want a home run derby.
It's kind of like the equivalent of having a shootout in a hockey game.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't love that either. The shootouts, whether it's hockey or soccer, I feel like that's not really determining.
Soccer in the regular season, you just end in the tie. Playoffs, though, you play until there's a winner in a PK shootout.
Ties should not be allowed in sports.
I fully agree. Fully agree.
After the Cowboys-Packers game, I'm like, I don't ever want to see another tie as long as.
Do you remember in hockey, you would see the records win, loss, tie. I'm like,
We
tie.
but now it reads overtime losses or shootout losses.
Yeah,
right.
The league
Which
I
is
work
better than having ties.
It's like
but
make
still.
them even more complicated.
The league I work in, it goes win, loss, OT loss, shootout loss, but it's still the same thing.
It just sounds very complicated.
Yeah. No, it's all
because
stupid.
it's easier to break ties when it comes down to that. That's why.
Where would, by the way, Nick, where would, because Callan, the Islanders have a really good player, right?
Oh, they got Matthew Schaefer.
Where would the Islanders have to get to for you to give a shit?
I mean, I do.
They have to get to the playoffs.
What?
If they got in the playoffs, you would watch.
Yeah.
What? You talking to me? I don't watch hockey.
No, he's talking to me. I would watch once the Islanders make the playoffs.
I thought you weren't a hockey fan.
I'm not, but I'm just saying. But I like the Islanders.
Let me tell you, in high school, he used to wear an Islanders shirt maybe a week.
Hey,
Yeah,
they are
at least once a week. I wore a Tavares shirt, but I never watched hockey really.
They are in a playoff spot right now. They're third in the division.
But they have
I know. So,
right?
Yeah, so I'll probably watch a little bit of hockey if the Islanders are in the playoffs. Not the whole game, but I'll watch some of it.
I just can't get behind hockey in general. It's not my favorite sport.
No, it's and the thing is, in this business, you don't really need to know jack shit about hockey.
Well, I don't know about that.
You don't. You don't need to know about football. I mean, you need to know football, but you don't need to know hockey.
I mean, I don't know. That's debatable.
It's like, I know
slightly.
this is a stick. These are skates. You hit a puck through into a net.
I could do every podcast for the whole year and not talk about hockey once.
Well, but did you see, though, not to dive too deep into it, but did you see, I guess both Nicks, that Sean Marash was saying that the Islanders beating the Rangers the last two games didn't count because the Rangers are tanking? He was like, it doesn't
I don't.
Marash is an asshole.
That's the most Marash thing I've ever heard.
Well, him and Lugauer, both
That
idiots.
is pretty funny.
Lugauer sucks, but Marash is such an asshole. He was like, you guys beat guys in Rangers jerseys, but you didn't beat the Rangers. It was like, what are they then ever? Like,
And that's why WFAN is a tanking shit show, because it's a bunch of fans.
That literally, Liam, that literally sounds like Dodger fans that saying they don't care about the Padres, yet they are the first people to jump into the comments section on any Padres post on social media.
What?
It's true.
Look, we're not familiar with Padres social media, but
they get and Liam, they gave Lugauer a 5-hour show at night, Monday through Friday, solo.
That station's gone way downhill. It's insane.
I couldn't listen to Lugauer for 10 minutes. They gave him a 5-hour show every night, Monday through
Well,
Friday.
to be fair, McMonagle was there in that slot, which is also a tough listen.
Yeah, but I feel like at least McMonagle could hold his own slightly.
Yeah, but all McMonagle does, and I don't even care about baseball at all, but all McMonagle does is say that the Yankees are correct with whatever they do. He's like,
oh my God, he's an obsessed Yankee fan.
He's a Yankee.
He's a state TV for the Yankees ownership.
Worse than football forecast?
What?
Yeah.
Well, he's bad. He's bad.
He's a biased Yankee fan. I know that.
But he's biased to the point where everything they do is right. Like even when Yankee fans will call him, they shouldn't have done it, or whatever it is. Oh, he'll just hold water for the entire ownership.
Well, I could have told you that. I mean, I don't know. WFAN is a shit show. I mean, most sports talk radio is a shit show.
It's going down the drain.
Clown show.
Clown show.
Yeah, C-Mac.
Clown show. Clown show. Clown show.
Okay.
That's actually from a sports radio clip too. So
it is viral
yeah, that's
clip.
LaGreca.
Yeah,
LaGreca, Rosenberg.
Dinner.
All right, what else we got here?
Oh.
Well, so any more sports media news we can talk about?
Oh, the ESPN NFL media deal finally went through.
Oh, so now Stephen A. Smith can host Red Zone?
No.
Oh my God.
Oh God, no.
I'm kidding. That's not a thing. But.
Or Pat McAfee. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I doubt it.
I'm trying to find the tweet because where the actual. Oh, here it is. NFL employees will officially become part of ESPN in April. Starting next season, ESPN will hold the linear rights to the Red Zone channel. ESPN will also broadcast 28 regular season games per year. the most in the network's history.
Wow.
And also, they acquire NFL media assets, including, as I said, Red Zone, NFL Network, fantasy football rights, and more. And the NFL gets a 10% equity stake in ESPN. So, and also no more ESPN doubleheaders for the NFL anymore. Because I don't think anyone wants to stay up and watch at 10 p.m. Eastern time.
That actually, I don't. With me and DiMartino's schedule, those 10 p.m. games are actually not bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was not bad.
I mean, I'm up late, so I don't mind watching it. But
welcome to West Coast prime time. Deal with it, a-holes.
There's always people that are whine and complain about this. Oh my God, it's starting too late. It's like, how do you think I feel? Like,
I mean, you worked overnight. I worked overnight, so I get those hours.
I still do.
I mean, you still do. That's right.
And that's why I don't have a lot of sympathy for people who whine about the game starting too late.
I mean,
people often say, "What about the kids?" But I mean, the games aren't targeted at children.
Oh, stop! It's not about the kids.
Think about the children.
No.
Well, that's why I feel like DiMartino might agree. I don't know how much he bets on this, but like the Australian Open, I'm kind of sad that it ended because it's kind of a clutch event. Because like if you're up really late at night, throw in some parlays late. So I'm kind of sad that ended, but yeah, like late night is not that big a deal.
By the way, Sabalenka
flopped on the Olympic Games in a couple of weeks from Italy.
Can you bet on the Olympics? I don't even know.
I think you should.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I didn't know if you could.
Which, by the way, to Morgeson's point, I bet Sabalenka on Friday night or Saturday morning, whatever you want to say, she goes up 2-0. No, but she broke her to go up 2-0. I shut it off. It was like 5 a.m. I was like, it's over. She's serving up 2-0. Like, this match is over. Like you said, she won to go up 3-0 and then just
lost the next 5 games.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, both finals were incredible matches.
Well, the semifinals for the men's were unbelievable.
And here, Morrison, you and I were up watching Alcaraz fight through cramping to win that marathon. That was insane. That was insanity.
Liam, can you imagine the betting on that when he cramped up? Whether he was up 2 sets to love.
It felt over. It felt completely over.
Well, I told DiMartino I had a parlay the other day with a couple of people that I needed to win, and then the last one I needed was Djokovic versus Massetti, and he was done. And then all of a sudden, Massetti just got a leg injury, and it was like that's like the best win I've had ever. It was unbelievable. It was like
does that count as a win though? The walkover or no?
Yeah, so it counts as a win, but if you bet Massetti, you just get your money back.
Yeah, I noticed. Really? I noticed that DraftKings and FanDuel now have protection for some bets now in parlays. That used to not be the case.
It's to incentivize more people to bet with them.
Exit due to injury.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's right. Exit due to injury.
Early exit, they call it. So if you bet on a player prop and that player gets hurt in the first half of an NFL or NBA game, then that leg does not count. Or if it's a straight bet, you get your money back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they should have done that a long time ago.
Yes.
But no,
Fanatics Sportsbook has the same thing actually. If you guys have heard of it.
Yeah, most sportsbooks do that. Yeah.
But Liam was right. The Australian Open was great, and if you stayed up late enough, then you probably could have won a few. If you really,
it was great. The last 2 men's matches were unbelievable.
I mean, Sabalenka flopping in the 3rd set, which no one expected. I don't know. The time zone stuff is shit because it's in Australia, but
well, that's why they play it at that time.
Also, 150 in January down there too.
Oh God, sweltering.
What's the next one? Wimbledon is the next one.
No,
French Open.
Oh, is it French? Oh, that's going to be worse.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be a lot better than. They're not playing in the land down under.
Well,
they're playing on clay courts in Paris.
French is harder to bet on because of the clay.
That's true.
Americans really struggle with the clay, so
they
normally
do.
Go against the Americans. Americans have a tough time, especially men.
Bet on Spanish players tend to do, and South American players tend to do
Alcaraz.
Well on clay.
I would just stick with Alcaraz.
He's not really a clay court player. He's kind of an all court player.
What are you talking about? He's got 2 French Open titles.
He's good on clay.
No. I'm not saying he's bad on clay. I'm saying he's not a clay court specialist. Is what I'm saying.
It's not like Rafael Nadal.
Right? He's not like Nadal.
But he's not there yet. He's not in that. He's not even close to his age, though.
No, well, he's 22 years old.
By the way, youngest guy ever to win a Grand Slam.
Career Grand Slam. Yeah. I mean, the guy has 7 majors and 20 major appearances. Like, it's the quickest to 7 or 8 majors in history of the sport.
Wow.
I think he's going to have more than 25 when he's done.
And that was a terrible loss. I don't know if DiMartino really roots for guys because they're Italian, but I will. But like Sinner, that was a terrible loss. I mean, Djokovic couldn't even move against Musetti, and Sinner lost to him. Like that was a horrible loss for Sinner.
Well, Sinner was lucky to survive due to the heat rule. Also.
He was, but he still should have beaten Djokovic in that match.
Well, Djokovic also had 2 or 3 straight walkovers in a row, also, which probably saved him to run around in that final match.
Yeah.
But Alcaraz is just too good. I think I wish we had a U.S. player that actually mattered. I wish.
On the women's side, we do.
Well, the women's are good. There were 6 women 6 Americans in the quarterfinals.
That's true, but I'm saying we don't on the men's side. We really don't.
No, Tiafo and Shelton maybe. Shelton
on the men's side,
but Shelton could be good. Shelton will win one, I think.
He probably will, but right now he's just too inconsistent.
I wish he would have played better because I think he could have made a run at it.
I mean, the problem Shelton has is the other 2 are so good that they're probably just going to be there forever, which Andy Roddick kind of had too with Federer and Nadal and.
I would say Alcaraz Sinner is like the new Roger and Rafa.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now.
Fair.
Yeah. Federer versus Nadal. That's.
Do you remember also that they played a match
huge.
where they played half grass, half clay? Do you remember that exhibition?
That was an exhibition. Yeah.
That was
I don't remember that.
Too. I don't know how they did it.
Federer is a grass court specialist and Nadal is clay court.
Well, yeah, Roger was a Wimbledon perfectionist.
Oh my God, he was the king of Wimbledon.
And I think Nadal won like 14 French Open titles, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So.
Well, look, Federer wasn't as good at Wimbledon as Nadal was at the French.
Oh, no one's going to beat Nadal's French Open record.
Probably not.
Ever. But
the greatest tennis player ever at this point has got to be Djokovic.
Yeah.
It's got to be. He has the most slams and is still going.
Well, most slams doesn't mean you're the best player.
No, but he is still going at this time where the other 2 have really. I mean, I know he's younger than the other 2, but they've faded off.
He's only a year younger than Nadal.
Yeah, but Novak looks like he can't compete anymore, though, except for
he was first in the finals.
No. I'm saying this was the first time in a little bit that he actually was competitive.
He's not the best anymore, but he's still one of the 10 best players in tennis.
But Nadal was like that at the end of his career too. Nadal was worse.
Nadal had more injuries.
Well, Djokovic just had injuries.
I think Nadal's foot was basically put through a cheese grater by the end of his career.
Cheese grater.
I don't know how it's been attached to his leg still, honestly, after all these years.
It's amazing.
He had arm, and wasn't Nadal the one who wore tape around his fingers for every match? Also, I think
he did sometimes. He got hurt a lot. Nadal was hurt a lot.
Also, he was the reason why they put the serve clock in because he would walk to the towel and take forever to come back. And that was making the matches longer.
Yeah.
And then he started putting towels on each side so that wherever he finished the point, he could grab a towel. But wow, this is
all right. I think I gotta go.
Okay. I mean,
my shift is starting soon, and my phone's about to die.
Oh yikes!
That's a bad combo.
Yes.
All right. See you guys.
It's a double whammy, Mr. DiMartino.
Wow.
I mean, we can hang around.
Yeah, we can hang around here to fill the last bit of time here.
Yeah.
Oh, how did I end up in the center?
What happened?
I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know really.
We're all getting moved around here.
Covered all the big stories though on the show this afternoon.
Yeah.
I don't know what else is going on. We still have at least another 10 minutes or so.
Well, apparently the Lightning made a frantic comeback in the second outdoor game for the NHL. They were losing 5-1, and they scored 5 unanswered to win the game in a shootout over Boston.
Anaheim's up on Vegas 3-0,
including another goalie fight for the second time in a matter of weeks in the NHL.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, Ducks up on Golden Knights 3-0 in the second period.
I just saw that. That's why I was fist pumping a little bit.
Yes.
My organization's actually having a good year, both in the NHL and in the AHL where I work.
There you go.
Too.
Yeah.
It's taking
Vegas
us long.
#1 in the Pacific Division. So I'm like, hey, that works.
So, I mean, that division. Yeah, I know people can clown hockey talk on this network, but it's coming whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
That division right now in the NHL is just like, does anybody want to win it?
It's true. It's like someone said in the NFC South. Does anybody want to win it?
Time that the day turns.
Yeah.
I don't know, Morganson. Is there anything else that might be like of noting at this rate?
I mean, just that we have the Super Bowl coverage.
Yeah, we didn't have the Super Bowl that much.
All right.
We really didn't actually.
So let's talk about it a little bit.
Let's do it.
So what is Liam? Do you have a line update? What it is now?
Yeah. It is. Hold on. I think it went to 5.
Come on. It finally climbed from 4.5.
Yeah, it'll go back down though. It was fucking hell. What the fuck? Yeah, it's 4. DraftKings still has 4.5.
I like the number. I think
so I heard 80% of the tickets are on Seattle, which I'm on Seattle as well, but
I would be
that is
too.
a little scary. But yeah, I mean, I just don't see a way the Patriots keep up with them from a talent perspective.
Yeah, I think Seattle's better defensively. Also, I like Smith and Jigba. I think is the best wide receiver in this game. The only thing that's going to worry me is Sam Darnold, if he's going to come and play and actually put up a decent game.
Is that going to be a moment where maybe the lights get too bright for him, maybe, with it being the Super Bowl?
Yeah, but at the same time, you could say Drake May is young also. So it's the first time him coming to the Super Bowl.
Exactly. And I think something that's underrated in this game is this is going to be a pseudo home game for the Seahawks. That'll be a very heavy Seattle Seahawks.
Pretty much. Northern California, close by, cheap flights. I agree.
Also, Drake May's been fighting some illnesses and shoulder injuries, and so far, but I think he'll be fine. I think he'll play. But he's already fighting injuries, and we're not even anywhere near the game yet. So
we talked about this on. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
7 days.
No, we talked about this on the last ETB Lounge. Like the Patriots have kind of gotten by without Drake May really playing well. Like he hasn't really done anything significant this postseason at all. So it'll be a little different when he's in a sort of regular elements. Not weather's not a factor. You know, crowds, they're not home. I think it'll be a little different.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And Ben never showed up because he said he was going to show up. But the whole easy schedule argument thing, I still think is BS. Like people are getting on that.
That's why I made the quip. I think either last Saturday or last Monday about the reel I saw on Instagram. And again, Morganson, it was the episode of SpongeBob and Patrick riding the fiery Fisto paint at Glove Ward. Yes, and they went on the little kiddie roller coaster, like the very small little hump.
Yeah,
it was basically the caption read, "Easiest strength of schedule in Mickey Mouse playoff run, like biggest thing we've ever seen in like NFL history." And it was literally, Patriots fans after long playoff drought, they beat playoff Justin Herbert for lap 1, 4 picks CJ Stroud for hump number 2, and then hump number 3 was playing the Broncos without Bo Nix in the snow globe.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, the whole easy schedule argument thing is BS. You play the schedule that's in front of you.
Exactly.
I think people are.
That argument is so redundant, by the way.
Well, you do play the schedule that's in front of you, but you play the schedule that's in front of you. Absolutely, you only can play who you play. But at the same time, they have had a easy run.
Easy run.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's not their fault. I mean, you only play who you can play. But at the same time, the Seahawks are a different class than teams they have played.
No, agreed, and that's why I would have Seattle covering, even if it was like 5 or 6. I think I would still have Seattle covering, but the Seattle defense is probably going to be the best one they faced so far. I think
Denver had I believe Denver had the lowest points allowed in the league, though, didn't they?
Yeah, but that was also a blizzard game, and that made
it was a snow
tough
game.
But you're right. Yes, they were. I think they were the top defense, I think, for the year.
I mean, yes, they were missing their starting quarterback, but defensively, that was probably the best team they faced so far.
Agreed. But I would say also Seattle is just going to be. I just think offensively, because everyone's like, "Oh, the Patriot defense is good."
Seattle might be one of. I mean, other than Buffalo, they're probably the best offensive team that the Patriots have faced, probably. But
yeah, I mean, like I said, Smith and Jigba, one of the best wide receivers. Their running back situation because they lost Cabernet, however you say his name.
Cabernet, I think.
They lost
Chardonnay. I believe it's Chardonnay.
I think it's French. I think.
Cabernet.
But they lost him for the year, but their running back situation is fine. It's not a big deal.
They got Kenneth Walker III, who in that NFC Championship game was a beast.
Like I said, as long as Sam Darnold doesn't throw like 3 picks, I think Seattle wins this game.
Yeah.
Even though like Vrabel's had an amazing year turning that team around, going from 4 wins to making the Super Bowl.
It's amazing.
Yeah, regardless, they exceeded expectations for sure. Whether they win or lose.
I mean, I don't know what the expectations were at the beginning of the season, but they've definitely more than
not
exceeded
the
them.
Super Bowl. Not the Super Bowl.
Definitely not.
And I don't think. Well, Seattle definitely had more to play for, but
all right.
I don't know if Seattle was even destined for the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year.
No, it's the fifth.
This is actually the most based on preseason odds. This is the most unlikely Super Bowl in history, I believe.
What did they say? It was like plus 20,000 combined or something.
The Patriots
they said?
were 80-1, and the Seahawks were 60-1 on preseason, based on preseason odds. So,
jeez.
According to Zan, Devin Witherspoon's going to have an INT in this game.
Ooh, okay.
And you can take that for data to the bank.
Cha-ching.
I feel like defensive props are kind of like big sucker bets. I feel like sometimes. I don't know. Liam, you would know better than me.
A lot of people you can't really bet like that, but you can bet like defense, special teams, touchdown. First, a lot of people like that because they just see a lot of odds.
Tackles. There are props for tackles.
Yeah, I don't know.
I always stay away from that, but there are props for tackles and assists and sacks. You can bet on sacks.
That's true. Liam, I know you and Nick are going to do have an episode ready for UW, but is there any like weird props you're looking at already for the Super Bowl?
I mean,
the national anthem.
No, but I do take
How many celebrities are going to win the game?
I always take the national anthem over. I always take tails, coin toss. But in terms of props, no. But I do think that there's going to be a JSN touchdown.
Yeah,
that's obvious. And I think Kenneth Walker's a good bet too to score. I like score props. Not a lot of like people like first touchdown score. That's a little tough to do, but
right.
Because you have to get the ball first. So you have to if you want to first touchdown, probably have to get the ball
go
first.
3 and out and
yeah, but
first punt of the game.
Right. Well, but yeah, I like all that, and I always like Gatorade. I always like if you think the Seahawks are going to win, you should go Gatorade green.
Oh, that's a good point.
There you go.
We have a comment here. Actually, someone who's not one of us. I am a Seahawks fan. The Seahawks got this. Everybody was doubting Sam Darnold. Not so many doubters out there anymore. Seattle's defense 100% off the hook. I think they will beat the Patriots.
Thank you, John, for tuning in. We appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you.
I think this is Seattle's game to win. To be honest,
I think so too. It's been a long time.
But to say that the Patriots haven't had an incredible year is just
they've had an incredible season. And like I told Ben last week, if the Patriots lose, even if they get blown out, Patriots fans can say we're way ahead of where we should have been. So
that's fair.
It is. They are essentially kind of playing with house money, but I just think that Seattle is way more talented all over the field.
I guess, and I don't know if you know the numbers of this, but what percentage? I don't know if it's probably too early. Can you see like what the percentage of money is on?
Yeah, so I do know that. So it's I don't know what the percentage of money is because Sharps bet a lot more money, but percentage of tickets, like amount of is 75% to the Seahawks.
Damn.
Which I guess that kind of makes sense because I guess they're the betting favorite technically right now.
Yeah.
So-
Well, I think what's going to
I
happen.
can pull that up for you on DraftKings right now. This is what DraftKings has.
What DraftKings do.
They have 50. So this is percent of bets placed. So not money, because money is usually a more telling sign, actually.
Yeah.
But they have percent of bets placed. For the money line, it's actually 52% on New England. But for the spread, it's 67% on Seattle.
Yeah, so a money line, the
54% to the over.
Yeah, so the underdog is always going to have more money line bets because you can win way more with
people
the
don't
money
want to
line.
lay the money on the money line.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm a little worried about how much the 75 is a high percentage to be on Seattle, but so that is a little worrying. But I don't know. I just don't see how New England wins. I just really don't.
I just think the offense is better for Seattle.
I think everything's better. I think their defense is better too.
Overall, the only thing that's going to matter is if Sam Darnold implodes and just throws 4 picks, then I think that's the only thing that's really going to matter. I'm trying to think just in general off the top of my head, like some of the dumb bets, the one I see all the time. Oh, like the octopus is one I see all the time. That one and that one you can make a lot of money off if you actually get it right.
Yeah, it's like 14-1 usually.
But what I don't remember the last time that's happened in a Super Bowl though.
Christian McCaffrey might have had one. Oh, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts had one.
Did he?
Not last year, but the other year, the one they played the Chiefs the first time. Jalen Hurts had one.
That's interesting. Okay.
I mean, the other one it's and then it depends. So if you think say you thought the Seahawks were going to win, then you should bet Darnold to be MVP. If you thought Patriots were going to win, you should go May. It'd be tough for I think Njigba has the third best odds, Darnold and May. It's tough for a receiver to win because the quarterback will probably win before the receiver.
Liam, let me ask you, where do you live?
Manhattan.
Okay, well, because in New York, you can't bet on MVP. Or, I mean, unless you're using, Kalshi, then maybe. But
yeah, you can. I got it right here.
You can't bet on MVP on DraftKings or on FanDuel or
I have DraftKings. I think you can.
Yeah, I have.
Not in New York.
I have it right here.
It's not a legal bet in New York. It is in New Jersey. It is in Pennsylvania, but not in New York. Because you cannot bet on something that is voted on by humans or has a human decision element.
Did they change it?
I have it. I don't. It's possible, but I
well,
have it.
You can pull up the odds for it, but you can't bet on it. Unless you can on offshore sites, but not.
I'm checking
on
right
people,
now.
DraftKings, FanDuel, Fanatics, BetMGM. They will not offer it in the state of New York.
I know. I'm checking myself just because I'm not sure.
Also,
Let's see. Oh, they have the octopus bet. Let's see. They have team props. Do we have, Callan, do we have any more comments? I think I see another one down there.
A couple. I think John also wanted to write real quick and say the biggest thing about the Seahawks team, they truly believe in each other. They are a brotherhood. And furthermore, you should have seen when people criticized Sam because he threw some interceptions. Ernest Jones stood up for him and called it right out. He said he is our quarterback and we believe in him. And I think he should, unless this is the Woody Johnson-owned Jets and he sees ghosts. I mean, was it Jack Skellington? Was it Casper? I mean, who are we talking about?
Who was it? That's what I want to know. What ghosts did you see, sir?
This is the team that it happened against. So.
Oh, that is fair. Right.
And I was actually at that game, believe it or not.
Were you?
Oh, boy.
I was at the game where Sam Darnold supposedly saw ghosts.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not a shopping list. I'm a ghost.
33-0.
Oh, come on, DraftKings, you're failing me here. That's baseball. That doesn't tell me NFL.
No, they should have a play. What are the odds of a lockout after the Dodgers win their third straight World Series in 26?
Oh, see, so I just looked it up, and it says at this time the following jurisdictions do not offer the markets on subjective player awards for New York.
Yeah, you can't bet on subjective. Like, you can't bet on the Gatorade color either in New York, but you can in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Jersey.
Before New York had it too.
I could have sworn they had it in New York, but
and New Jersey was also way ahead of New York. Yeah.
Well, New Jersey's a legal betting state.
And
so.
you can do casino games and stuff.
John's wondering if you had a VPN, could you get around the betting restrictions?
Correct.
You can't
yes.
I don't know about that.
If they catch you, though.
Tough. They use like top line technology, so I think it'd be pretty tough to do.
Well, I'll say it. They can come after me if they want. I'll be in Callan's backyard watching the Super Bowl. I'll be in California, and you can't bet there, but I'll use a VPN. That's you can use a VPN. You can do anything you want.
That's fair.
I mean, I've never tried it. I don't know. Maybe it would work, but
better be a good VPN.
I mean, you're saying my neck of the woods. What part of the state are you going to, Liam? Is the big question.
Verify you sometimes when you're like near a state border.
Where are you going to be? He asked.
L.A.
Okay,
LA.
I'll be there tomorrow.
So yeah, no, I know, yeah, but. Yeah, I mean, you can. Yeah, California unfortunately does not have legal sports betting, which is travesty.
We're probably never going to get it. It's fine with me. I already work in the industry as is, so I don't really have to worry about it. But still,
right?
Well, it has to do with the tribal casinos out there and all that stuff. But
one of them happens to be the lead investor of San Diego FC of Major League Soccer, which is the Squamian of the Kumeyaay Nation.
I don't know.
Zan is of the belief I don't think you can legally use a VPN for a gambling site. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that's not possible, is it?
Well, I don't think it would be legal. That doesn't mean people don't.
You can't really legally use a VPN for anything. I mean,
that's true.
The reason you're using a VPN is to get out of your
state.
Yeah, to not know that you're
or your country.
If you're using it for because you want to keep your browsing private, that's one thing. But if you're gonna do something that's literally not legal in your location, then that's illegal, obviously.
By the way, Liam, how about your thoughts on the Super Bowl banning prediction market commercials during the game on next Sunday?
Well, I mean, I hate it because I think if you're allowed to advertise DraftKings, FanDuel, all that shit, you should be allowed to advertise prediction markets. But I do think that the monopoly that those betting companies have is part of the reason, because prediction markets have killed the stock prices of DraftKings, FanDuel, all that stuff, especially in a state like California where you can't gamble legally, but you can do a prediction market. So I think that the influence the betting companies have is what led to that.
And for clarification, too, as Liam was saying, it's draft, and I say it all the time, and I write it whenever I write in. It's always out here. It's horse racing, and it's draft or not DraftKings. It's Underdog and
Prize Picks, and
that one. Okay.
Well, because those are all like
I only say Prize Picks because my organization in Anaheim, who I happen to work for via the AHL club, they have a deal on TV with Underdog Fantasy, and the Padres have one because they have ads on their television broadcast for Prize Picks too during commercial breaks or whatnot too.
Well, or you could just do what they did in New York and just completely destroy the prediction market laws.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, but what I see, that's why I was confused with California, because I felt like California, whether it was DraftKings or whether it was the state of California, could have went and tried to make a deal with those casinos that kind of own the rule the roost in California too.
Well, I mean, what was it for the longest time? Like Barstool tried to get the Barstool Sportsbook, but they just didn't want to give them a license when they had it at the time either.
In New York, they didn't. Yeah. That's why Penn dropped Barstool, because New York, that's so much more than any other state. If you look at
part of it was that, and then the racist comment one of the guys
that
made.
was part of why people didn't want to give. But that was part of why people didn't want to give Barstool a license in the first place.
Right. I mean, I don't know. The whole prediction market thing is kind of a joke. in my opinion, just the way the rules are. I mean,
Well, the prediction markets have completely bent the rules of everything.
True.
Where you can bet on anything. And I don't know if you know this, but Polymarket, not Kalshi, Polymarket.
Polymarket.
Donald Trump Jr. is on the board.
He's got a deal. He's got a deal.
They're not going to get banned. They're never getting banned.
Is he on the board or is he have a deal? He's on the board of it?
I think he's on the board, yeah.
I mean, because I saw ads with him through Polymarket like crazy.
I'm sure that wasn't a bribe of any sort.
Yeah, right.
I mean, John, I speak to a lot of people too. This is just me, but I don't know if gambling in sports is such a good idea. Look at him at the NBA. And Nick Morganson and I, bottom left corner, we were doing our Wednesday show when the first news broke in the middle of one of our segments about the scandal. And like literally we threw the entire show up in the air and just covered that because like as we were trying to get back on track, more news would break. And we obviously covered that in its full entirety for 3 whole hours.
So just to clarify, and Liam's right for the most part, but he's a strategic investor and an advisor for Polymarket.
Yeah.
So I guess he invested it. First of all, I thought like when family or whatever is in the White House, like they're not supposed to make any investments of any sort.
He can't, but I think his family can.
It's still stupid that
And
you're right. They're not going to ban Polymarket with him being a part of it. So
they made it legal. It became legal in the U.S. It wasn't legal in the U.S. before that.
Right. Kalshi, on the other hand, Kalshi's under huge litigation, I think, now.
Mm-hmm.
Was Kalshi is the one that allows you to like bet on the temperature of the states and stuff.
You can do anything. Yeah.
Jeez.
It's so ridiculous because they put like 12-hour timers up, and then you have until the end of the clock to pick one of the choices, and then if you're right, you win. Think of it as the stock market. You're buying shares in one of the answers, and then whatever the percentage is, that's what you win.
And of course, both those spots are in litigation, as Nick and I have said on Press Row the last several weeks.
But I don't know, like the whole Novig thing was a joke, and then they left New York and California, which destroyed everything we were doing. And
Morganson, by the way, Mr. Bando has a question for us, sports media and business geeks. This might be a bit unrelated, but you guys think other streaming services are going to merge into one, similarly to what the NFL is doing with ESPN? And if so, when will cable go away?
So the NFL is not the only one. MLB.TV is also going to ESPN. Also. So
thank you for the reminder.
So basically, ESPN is basically looking to override every other media company to gain an advantage. Gee, what a surprise. But yeah, you're going to see more people invest, or not invest, but buy percentages of leagues.
It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
So, and then the NFL getting 10% of ESPN. Oof.
I mean, and then there was the reports, though, too, that because of the FanDuel Sports Network sinking ship finally hitting the ocean floor pretty soon.
Well, the
escape route right now could be Victory Plus, which is, as I think I may have written, though, but the Anaheim Ducks have moved there. The Dallas Stars have moved there. They picked up other niche leagues, though, too, as well. And maybe the NBA and NHL might be winding up there if this thing does not fully get resolved sometime soon.
So Zan also asked, Nick, do you think that it's partially why the UFC decided to ditch ESPN for Paramount so they have full control? First of all, the UFC has full control over their own jurisdiction. It doesn't matter if they're at ESPN or Paramount Plus or any network that carries them. And also internationally, they're on all different streaming platforms.
Right.
So it doesn't really matter where they're on. UFC is going to control their content, just like every other league is going to control their content. So it's not a matter of if someone chooses a certain platform. The leagues are now in more control of their assets.
Well, I think, too, it widens their audience. Like, I watched the last 2 fights on Paramount Plus, but I wouldn't have paid for a pay-per-view that was like $80. But, like, if I'm paying for Paramount anyway, like, I'm probably going to watch it. So I think that also widens the audience that they have.
Yeah, my dad watched the fight card last night. He thought it was good, though. He said I think the main event got a little bit boring at one point, but he said no problems. He figured out how to use the Apple TV remote to watch it, and he said it was totally fine. That he got to watch every fight, though, too, and didn't have to pay extra for it.
Exactly.
Well, Diego had no chance against Volkanovski. I mean, at all.
Did
That
he
was
seriously, by the way, did he really break both feet, or did
No. So it came out earlier today that he went and got he went to the hospital and they confirmed he's got sprained ankles or sprained
that
his
sounds
feet.
awful. Not one, but both of them are sprained. That does not feel good, I bet.
He originally said on a social media post last night that he broke both feet, but that's not true. They confirmed afterwards today that it's just sprained. Enjoying the conversation. I just subbed.
Ooh, thank you.
So thank you, John.
No, we're not going to the credential created crap, Nick. Don't worry.
No, we're not.
But I don't know basically, just to get back to what Zan was saying, like MLB and the NFL are already in bed with ESPN. The NBA eventually, I think, because most of their product is through ESPN, but also now they have Amazon and NBC and Peacock and all that stuff, even though they forgot to air the intro the other night.
For the West Coast night game. But it was weird, though, because like I said, though, on Press Row, the Western affiliates, because, again, as Morgan and I have long talked about, it's at the discretion of the affiliate to carry both of the NBC doubleheader games, and 9 times out of 10, the Western markets, high out here in SoCal and even Christie, Montana, they have NBC 7 in San Diego can pick both games or just pick the 8 o'clock local time or 7 o'clock game. And there was a mishap on the West Coast with the audio when they came in for the late game on Tuesday. And just kind of looking at some other quick stories. Justin Rose, wire to wire, wins at Torrey Pines today here in San Diego.
Ooh.
I mean,
Liam, you're golf better, right?
It was. I woke up this morning, Liam, to watch it because I always watch the last round of Torrey Pines, and I checked the leaderboard. Like, I'm going to tune out kind of early because it's already over practically.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That was.
It was one of those. Yeah. It was not great. Scheffler had one last week where he had a good day, but he was behind, so it was a little close. But yeah, the first ones are always not that great. But I have, because I used to live in Arizona for a while, I have gone to the Waste Management Open, best event of the year. Like that is the greatest event of all time.
Which event?
Waste Management Open.
Is that the one where like everyone goes wild?
Everyone can make noise. So what they do is they do like these crazy open bar deals because they want people to be really fucked up. And then you have like ASU students who are like 18, 19 getting there, and you can make as much noise as you want on the 16th hole. But like the whole thing is everyone is just wasted forever.
Yeah. But it's cool because and it's cool because like everyone's quiet when they're at the tee box. As soon as the ball's hit, though, they're going bananas. And I think I even read a story on FOS that they made it into a 4-story structure around the 16th hole now, so it's even bigger for people to go sit at now next weekend in Phoenix.
And guys will get there at like 5 in the morning, like rush to get into the seats at 16, even though they're teeing off at like 11 in the morning. They'll get there at like 5 in the morning.
Gotta get that spot, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, that event is crazy. Wasn't that where they were like rushing the gates and everything?
Yeah.
Didn't they have an issue one year where people got
It
hurt?
got a little chaotic last year, I think, Liam, because they began to throw beer cans on the course, and like some people ran onto the green because they were drunk out of their minds or they were protesting.
That happens all the time. It is like they do have issues, but that event is very much what I feel like golf should more be. Like I feel like golf takes itself so seriously. Like you can't do anything around anything. Like that event is so cool, and I feel like that's more of what golf should lean towards. Because
by the way, Nick, we're going to have another David Sampson story about him having comments on LIV on Wednesday's show.
Well, wait a minute. I'm glad you brought that up because I'm curious what people think. So the live golf situation, where now people are pulling back and going back to the PGA Tour. I think the penalties are ridiculous to go back from live to the PGA Tour. $5 million donation.
Yeah, but what do you want them to do though? You
Don't
want them
penalize
to just, hey, come back. Yeah, but
it's
but PGA looks terrible. The PGA looks terrible.
Right, but I'm saying that's like a athlete deciding that they're a free agent. They want to go to the competition. Like, you're going to fine them because they went and took more money?
Kind of, except that the PGA said, like, you're completely banned. And then they sort of made a deal with LIV. And now they're sort of back where they are. Like, they look terrible right now. The PGA looks horrible.
And by the way, they couldn't ban them from the majors because the majors are run separately. Also,
well, but like say that like you were a guy that didn't like Tiger or Rory, right? And you didn't take all that money to go to live. Like you look kind of stupid right now because guys took $800 million to go to live and then could have just walked back into the PGA. Like, so those guys look stupid that stayed with the PGA because it was like you could have made a bunch of money and gone back there.
Yeah, but did you see the amount of penalties? It wasn't just the $5 million.
It was the penalty. It was forfeiting like salary. It was something for the players, like the players program.
I got it.
Things, yeah.
So it was a five.
Yeah.
What were we gonna say? So it was a $5 million donation penalty to a charity. Equity forfeiture. Now I don't understand this part about the equity thing with the PGA Tour. But apparently you earn like equity for the amount of years you've been on tour. Do you know what that is, Liam? Because I don't.
Yeah, so basically they're saying that the amount of money that you would have earned being on the PGA Tour or whatever you would have earned from being in a tournament or whatever that you don't earn for, I think it was 5 years or something like that. They gave Koepka. Yeah, so basically it was a lot of like the amount of money that he's going to lose is like in the tens of millions. But I do kind of understand where the PGA is coming from.
I mean, the one that makes the most sense to me is being ineligible for the FedEx Cup because you weren't there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that one makes the most sense. It says and they only did it for certain players. It says the program was available for major winners or players championship winners since 2022. I've been away for the last 2 years. So it wasn't for everybody.
Yeah, but I think they wanted to give some sort of punishment for guys that went to live.
Yeah, but a $5 million charitable donation.
Yeah, but if Roy McIlroy or Tiger Woods had went to live, they would have made $900 million and then could have came back and taken the $5 million hit or whatever it is.
No. For those, first of all, Tiger was never going to take the money to go to live. Like,
right?
He's already a billionaire. He didn't need the money.
Right? Nope, he didn't.
Right, but I'm saying those guys that stayed, they should have some reward or something over the guys that left because otherwise it's like, well, you could have just left, gotten the money, and then went back.
No, I agree with like not being eligible for the FedEx Cup bonus and all that stuff, but like the $5 million penalty fee, I don't know, the charitable donation.
Well, I mean, the fact that it was a charitable donation makes it better. I think. Like, okay, like.
I mean, I guess they're not putting it in their pocket. Essentially, is what they're saying. Okay, I don't know. It just I thought some of the penalties were odd, but you wouldn't see this in any other competitive leagues. Like, and this is not the best example, but like the WNBA players going to play in the different leagues, like they're not going to get penalized when they walk back in when the league is at a lockout.
Well, but Unrivaled or whatever it is not owned by Saudi Arabia though either. So it's that was where they had a big problem with who was owning.
Callan, the other one's owned by Saudi Arabia.
Project B, I believe, is being run by the Saudi Public Interest Fund in some way. But I mean, they've dipped into soccer, they've dipped into other things that have gone on.
But the
everything
thing is,
WWE, you name it, they've done it.
From what I heard though, is that Liv might be going out of business soon because of how much money they're actually losing. But the thing is, the public interest fund is worth like $980 billion. That's how much the fund is worth. And they're saying by 2030, it's going to be worth like $2 trillion. Like that's so. Like, do they care if they're losing millions of dollars? I don't know.
No. So the point is that the world is going off of gas, so they're going to electric vehicles. So Saudi Arabia is attempting to diversify their economy because they have a very oil-based economy. So that's why they had that. They had, like Christy knows, they had a Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia on Saturday.
Yes, it did.
Cristiano Ronaldo plays in Saudi Arabia. Yeah. They're trying to pay as much money as they can to sort of diversify their image and how much money they can make.
That's fair. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just the bad look of it. It's Saudi Arabia.
I mean, kind of in a way to what Liam was saying, though, too, in a roundabout way. And Nick and I have talked about this, too, on Press Row regarding the NWSL having this high-impact player rule now to try to keep the American-born talent, stateside, but they're not always, they're not going to Europe to play with, the women's programs of Chelsea, Liverpool, what have you. And again, we've had blowback from the Players Association about, what they're calling the Trinity Rodman rule, where she's making like $1 million or $2 million, and other players aren't getting that. And, Liam may know from MLS, the ever ongoing trend of even American-born players or national team players, not wanting to come to Major League Soccer. And they either, I think Alex Villarreal just left Orlando City to go and play over with some team over in France. So it's, all these things are, just a contrasting of all the financial movement on the chessboard right now across almost every major sports league, it feels like, at this rate.
Ooh, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The public interest fund is going to dominate until it runs out of money, which I don't think it's ever going to run out of money.
No, I doubt it too.
Don't we have a Zuffa Boxing 2 this weekend, I want to say, as well?
No, it's tonight. It happened.
Oh,
it happened already.
Damn it, I didn't even know that.
But that's Saudi Public Interest Fund, and also I
TKO.
can't remember the guy's name. Turkish Al Sheikh, I think, was part of that also. And him, apparently, he's a really bad guy. By the way, apparently he's had people killed before.
Goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a really, really bad guy.
And him and Dana are best buddies.
Oh no.
Well,
Dana White needs to pick better friends.
No, because Dana's Dana, and he'll be friends with whoever he wants as long as he's making millions of dollars.
Dana White's a freaking idiot.
Dana White's son played football at my university last season.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Dana White second, yes.
And you said when people actually left him alone on campus,
yeah,
right?
no one. I mean, I saw him and didn't approach him because I didn't want to infringe on his time. But now him and his wife would come and he would be just chatting it up with all the high rolling donors of the athletic department.
With security or without security?
No security.
Wow.
All right, that's a little bold. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
There.
I mean, no one at my school bothered him, which was nice.
I'm saying I'd be worried if I was him slightly.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I would want to get into a fight with him or anything.
So we all still agree that the NBA has the worst All-Star game away from the Pro Bowl, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, they keep trying to change the rules. Now, what do they have? 4 separate teams are going to compete?
USA versus the world, and LeBron James, because of nepotism, got voted for his 22nd All-Star game tonight.
He's not a starter, though, right?
As a reserve.
Oh.
First time he's not a starter, I think.
It's so... The reason they're doing it is because it's in LA. They know he's probably going to be his last one. His last one.
Yeah, and the other LA star aspiration himself was a snub per ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
He's been hurt on and off. That's why.
Mm-hmm. That's the only reason.
Watch, they kept him out of the All-Star game because of the aspiration shit.
I mean, Nick, I think Nick, we even talked about and said that there was talk that the official investigation, the findings were supposed to come out the weekend of the All-Star game at Intuit Dome, where I'm going to be tomorrow night.
Yeah, well, you're not going to get to see Paul George, though.
I don't care about seeing Paul George.
No.
My friend's a Sixers fan, and she's like, I don't care for Paul George. I'd rather watch Embiid and Maxey play. That's it.
By the way, did you see what Shaq and Kenny and Charles said, that they don't believe it was mental health related, even though that's the reason Paul George.
No, I agree with that. I think that was a bullshit.
I think that's BS. Like that.
It is BS as far as I'm concerned.
I mean,
no.
And that's another thing though too as well, Nick. I think we're bringing it up on Wednesday, but obviously we had we may have I don't think we talked about last Wednesday. I'm all over the place, but I think we had discussed the fact that Colin Cowherd made some remarks about Inside the NBA on ESPN.
That basically that they're hiding it on ESPN because they don't like their opinions.
Charles punched back and, said his thing. Then they roll highlights of the Wizards and Hornets. Yes, I know it's 2 small market teams who suck, but what does Charles do, though? If you went to this game, you're a loser in a way, or whatever he said.
He did, yes, correct.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, it's ironic that he said, I don't want to work hard at ESPN. And then when he found out that they were not on TV for many appearances, he's like, oh, I do want to work. I'm like, well, Charles, pick one. Do you not want to work hard, or do you want to work? Like, which one? He's getting paid a lot of money to sit on the sideline right now, currently. But I don't know. I liked Inside the NBA when ESPN took it over. I got worried, but they haven't changed it yet. So that's good. Did you also see this? Did you see this story also that Bill Belichick's girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, is throwing a huge bash for Bill on the same day as the 2026 Hall of Fame ceremony?
What?
Clown show! Clown show! Clown show!
Which is why, by the way, him not getting into the Hall of Fame was the best thing that happened to Bill Belichick in 7 years because he's gotten all this public good press, which he had terrible press for the last 6-7 years.
He had shit press.
It was horrible.
He is now getting just all these people praising him. That was the best thing that could have happened to him was not getting into the Hall of Fame there.
I mean, he'll get in at some point.
He'll get in at the next time. He'll be unanimous.
Wait till next year.
Next year will be unanimous because everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, we can't vote against him."
It's like we can't deny him a second time.
Watch next year. They're going to say, "Oh, we hate Jordan Hudson, so we're not going to put him in next year."
Oh God. Yeah, it's all her fault.
I still can't believe to this day when we did a video for Zan's show and we got a DM back from Jordan Hudson saying you don't know what you're talking about, and I was like, okay,
oh God damn.
And I was like, well, fine, come on a show if you don't.
Yeah, and
it's like she's all like, nope, don't wanna.
She's like, thanks for the invite, but no thanks. And I'm like,
thanks for the free publicity.
Yeah.
She is like the biggest head case of all time, and it's not even funny.
I don't like her. I mean, to me, I'm like, bleh.
I mean,
talk about she found the ultimate sugar daddy.
And what is he going to her cheerleading competitions too?
Adult cheerleading competitions. That's what I heard. And I'm like,
first of all,
what
that sounds
the
just
hell
like,
is that? What? I don't
that
get
sounds oxymoronic. That there's adult
does.
cheerleading.
It does.
Grandfather.
Ew. That's what makes. This is why I do this every time.
They're 50 years
reason.
apart.
They're like 53 years apart. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
now
that's
you're
right.
gonna make me sick.
Well,
That's disgusting.
and by the way, when people say age is only a number, I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
Age is not a number.
I mean, isn't
Great.
the running joke about Leonardo DiCaprio like ditching every girl he's ever met until they turn 26?
Yeah, around there.
And they
But
keep
he's
getting
now-
and they keep
yeah.
getting younger.
Well, he's now dating girls well past the age of 20, 25. So
Who was the one that just got the actor that just got divorced? Oh God, he's in all the Adam Sandler movies. Who is like a Trump defender?
Rob Schneider.
Yes,
Rob Schneider?
Yeah.
Apparently, so he was 41, apparently dating a 16-year-old.
what?
Apparently.
No.
There's a lot. I mean,
Wait.
Jerry Seinfeld did that.
Jerry,
When
that's
Jerry
what I was coming
Seinfeld
up with. Jerry Seinfeld. I'm like, wait a minute, where have I heard
Yeah.
it?
Jerry Seinfeld had like a 17-year-old girlfriend when he was on Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
Like Jesus, dude.
And I think Anthony Cumia did that also, if I'm not mistaken.
That guy's out of his fucking mind and everything.
Hey, he's rich.
Well, listen, but I'll tell you this: there's no gray area between whether Anthony Cumia is racist or not.
No, that's a fact.
I
mean, that whole show, even though it was popular, that's all that show was.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Anything else before we hit the road here?
I don't see any other like developing stories or anything that needs to be discussed.
I don't.
All
right.
Went past our 2-hour threshold by about half an hour.
Well,
That's fine.
we have more to talk about.
Time to stick the landing, folks.
Yeah.
Plenty of Super Bowl coverage coming up this week. A bunch of programming on the way as well. Liam and Nick will do Unnecessary Wagers. That comes out on Saturday night. And then that'll lead into a bunch of our Sunday live coverage. Gridiron Gurus, Zanziger Part 2, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. You're going to get, well, we say an hour, and it probably won't be an hour of press
Knowing
row.
the two loudmouths over here.
Yeah. So that'll be on from 3 to 4. And then we have an audio edition of Benchmarks for the 11 hours of pregame shows as well. So make sure you tune in.
It's funny because it's hosted by me, and I don't like the NFL. That's what makes it more hysterical, by the way.
That's why I made you do it on purpose, knowing that. And then also, don't forget Football Forecast Super Bowl live show Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern.
Plenty of hometown bias included.
Yeah.
But the Bears are not in it, so how can they be biased?
Oh boy.
Yes, I'm going to get messages later from this because that's what happens every time I make a loud crack about the Bears. But
what if it's not the Cal Golden Bears? There's a difference.
There you go. Follow the show on
There you
social
go.
media at the ETB Lounge, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, which Callan's trying to fix because the ETB Lounge TikTok got banned before we even put a video up.
I saw that. I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
So now we got to figure out how to fix that again. And I think you tried to appeal and it didn't work. I think
This is all Mr. Krebs' fault.
Yeah.
It's all on the wall in the first place. Why
Yeah,
hang it?
well, exactly.
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
For everybody here, have a good night. We'll be back probably, I don't know. Well, we did the show today because you can't be on tomorrow. The next one will be Saturday. I'm hoping we can get back to a normal scheduling situation.
Yep.
So next Saturday, Monday, we'll react to the Super Bowl stuff. And yeah. So for everyone here, you want to give your line, Callan, because you usually close the bar or whatever you want to do
of
here.
course. Yeah, so we thank everyone for joining us on our mega edition of the Weekend Lounge. Again, no show tomorrow because I'll be out of town for the day, getting away to recharge the batteries. Again, we hope to have the show on Saturday, and then we'll have our Super Sunday Takeover. We're calling it Clearing the Bench on Sunday. Again, we've got almost wall-to-wall coverage beginning with Zinger alongside Gridiron Gurus. We're going to be having Press Row, the special Benchmarks episode, and then we'll have kickoff of the game. And who knows what we'll have after that for maybe some Super Bowl 60 reaction. But we'll see. But until next Saturday, the lounge is officially closed until Saturday. So thank you all for being here. We'll see you.